Good morning, good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning to you.
You are now listening to the Sunday Morning Breakfast Radio Show.
All right, good morning. Good morning. It's the Sunday Morning Breakfast Radio Show coming to you live from Facebook Live and YouTube. The number to call in, 516-900-2278. We are the Weekend Review Show. We do this every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. only on Facebook Live and YouTube. Check us out on SMB TV. We have 3/4 of the usual suspects in studio as usual. The one thing about this show, you know, people ask me, what kind of show is it? Well, sure as hell black. Because we never start motherfucking on time.
Blackest, yes.
We never start on motherfucking time. That's for goddamn sure. But
sorry, guys.
We enjoy it. Oh no, look to your right, sir. There we go. Yeah, because we're missing somebody. But Crystal will be on her way. She'll be here soon. But we have Bino in studio. Bino, who is always on time, who is always here. Shout out to Bino. How are you doing, Bino?
Oh. And I'm double black. I'm African and black American. Huh?
And you always on time.
Think about that.
You know what I'm saying? That's amazing.
I got 2 reasons to be late.
And you're never late.
Here I am.
There you are.
Oh my
anyway,
God. Good morning, everybody. How's
good
everybody
morning.
doing?
We have Voice in studio. Voice, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm good. Good morning. Good morning.
Yo, so by the way, man.
What?
All right, so this phone you sold me. Let me tell
This
you
wasn't my fault.
Let me tell you something. So I'm just going through my phone. I don't drop it. I don't put it in water. I don't do anything to it. All right. God bless T-Mobile, because T-Mobile. I go to a local T-Mobile. I say, first of all, before we even have this discussion, do you know a Voice? They were like, of course. I can't. Throughout the tri-state, we know who Voice is. So anyway, I bring this phone. My phone, the screen is not working whatsoever. Like, it completely.
Like, how the hell did that happen?
It completely conks out. Like, it looks like, I don't know. Like, it got a virus on it. Maybe it was some stuff I've been watching on there. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe
you already just said maybe stuff he's been watching.
Yeah. That's neither here or there. But
sorry.
So anyway, I go to the T-Mobile store and I look for help, and you know they say they know you, so I'm like, I'm in good hands. And unfortunately, there's nothing they can do for me. They're like,
I was about to say, it being Voice, that could be a good or bad thing. It's either, I know him, or I hate that cocksucker. It's either one or the other.
So anyway, I'm like, oh, what do you mean? He almost actually throws my phone because it's like, it's finished. Don't ever use a phone line ever again. It's just throw it away. Don't worry about it.
What did you do, bro?
I call Voice. I'm like, Voice, man, is there anything?
First of all, he calls me and I see an email. I'm like, who the hell is this?
Oh, yeah, because I couldn't call through my phone. I had to call through my laptop.
That's crazy.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's how bad it was. Good looking out, T-Mobile.
You get a call from PreachHangsUpOnPeople.com. The hell is this?
Exactly.
Yes.
And so he just tells me, oh, and you know, in the classic leadership voice.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, so what exactly is wrong with it, sir? I'm like, no, you know me, sir. You don't have to call me sir.
I know, right?
They call him sir. He automatically goes into customer service mode. How can I help you today? No, Voice, it's me, Preach.
We've been doing a show for like 20 years. You didn't know who was
I didn't know it was him. I see an email and everything like that. I hear somebody different. It didn't sound like Preach. It definitely
So anyway, I'm just like, so listen, this is what's up with the phone. Would you be able to assist me, kind sir? He's like, unfortunately, no. You got to go to Apple.
Yeah. Apple took the way of privilege from us.
And so anyway, so the phone gets fixed, but I got to tell you, man, like T-Mobile is
Yo, mind you got this phone like around November?
Yes, it's not even a year old. Not at all.
Our phone seems to be working fine.
My phone has nothing to do with T-Mobile.
I'm just saying, our phone. Yeah.
We're no tag team.
We provide service, not product.
Jeez. Hey, provide silence.
Not
bullshit.
That's it, man.
How about that?
So anyway, I like to thank the lovely people at T-Mobile for assisting me or not assisting me on having my phone fixed. But whatever, yeah. So I ended up they just fixed the screen, so it doesn't really.
Ricardo calls it crapple.
Wow. Yeah. So
disrespectful.
It is what it is.
Anyway, good morning, Musclehead Skillet.
Oh, good morning, Musclehead,
good
man.
Morning,
how you doing?
Barbara, who wishes your sister Rachel a happy birthday.
Oh, yes, happy birthday.
We all do.
Yes, happy birthday to her. Yes.
Don't mind me. I'm just trying to kill this fly here.
The fly started coming back already.
All kinds of myths.
You know what's crazy? Ever since we've announced that we're ending the show, a whole bunch of craziness has happened ever since. Like, we had random people walk into the studio for whatever reason.
Yes.
We have, like, mosquitoes and flies. Like
now this fly wants to tell us how its week was. Well, you know Crystal ain't here yet. I could just slide on in. It's ridiculous.
This is amazing, yo. Like, this is it's nuts. So.
Good morning, Ziggs. Good morning, Ricardo. Good morning, By Cheap Central.
Oh, By Cheap Central. Good.
Good morning, Lewis.
Yes.
And again, happy birthday, Rachel.
Yes. Yes.
Good morning, Saki. I haven't seen her in a while.
Who is
How are you?
who is Saki?
Oh, yes, one of them loyal supporter, actually.
Oh yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So that's dope.
Good
So.
morning. That's a woman, right?
This is them.
Okay, yes.
Oh yeah, we didn't want to mess that up. How was everybody's week, by the way? How was your week, voice?
Very stormy. Very stormy.
Stormy.
I'm driving down the highway and lightning strikes a tree.
You become
right
voice
near me.
man?
Huh?
You become a superhero?
No, the tree falls down in front of his car. He presses the turbo boost button and jumps over. Go ahead, boys. I'm sorry. This is
No,
your
it was
story.
crazy. I was wondering what's going on, and I saw it from the corner of my eye, and I'm hearing like an M80 pop, and I'm like, wow. It was pretty interesting. I'm not going to lie to you. You see sparks everywhere.
Well, we're just glad you're here to tell the story.
I was, man. I was alive, man. I was alive, man. We're in and out through me.
Bless your heart.
Bino, how was your week, sir?
Yeah, it was good, man. SummerSlam's today.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we're going to see.
You had a great time
SummerSlam in
yesterday.
Brooklyn.
I see.
Yes. Yo, these weirdos start fighting outside of the.
So
start like wrestling fighting.
who fights today?
I went to the subway scene that you saw.
Is Bret the Hitman Hart fighting today or no?
Yes.
Hart. Yeah.
Yes. Him, Shawn Michaels, Hogan, and
Yes.
Jay.
Yes.
Versus
Oh, hey,
Crystal
Crystal.
Stout.
Don't forget Macho Man Randy Savage.
Wow. Hi,
welcome.
Crystal.
Yes.
Good morning.
Was she struck by lightning as well or no?
Well, she was delayed, so.
She was, that's okay.
She's got Lauryn Hill ptosis.
We'll get to that later.
Jesus
Holy
Christ.
shit. It seems like everybody's coming
knows
from
all
one
Boys, don't
fire.
laugh too hard. You have it too, please.
I'm advanced. I'm advanced.
Oh, man. All right, let's get to the top 5 stories of the week.
This is the top 5 stories of the week. Number 1.
I mean, when she's speaking, can you not clear your throat while she's? I mean, this is.
That's DJ Cool.
I know. I mean, come on now. Anyway, so we lost a legend this past week.
Yes.
Aretha Franklin, at the age of 76, passed away, and yeah, I mean, what else could be said for the Queen of Soul, who is, I mean, classic hits. But for me, listen, I love her songs, love her voice. But to me, the best thing about Aretha Franklin is her level of pettiness. She might literally be the queen of petty ink, without a doubt. I mean, from comments she's made about certain artists, whether it be Nicki Minaj or Alicia Keys,
Great stuff, by the way.
great stuff, to her "Don't touch me" phase, to Patti LaBelle, and that classic footage. Don't you dare get your hands out my pockets. Walk down the aisle. And as you guys discuss, I will look up that clip.
Please.
And I will play it for the audience. But that was one of the most amazing things about Aretha Franklin. She was a true diva in this world. She will be missed.
Easily one of my favorite artists, period. I hold this up there with Michael and Whitney passing away. It was that, who has the okay, there we go. Yes. So yes, I have this in that regard, man.
Right.
Just 76, died of pancreatic cancer, which takes
Which
you
is
out
tough.
real fast.
It's
Real fast. I know few people who died from that.
Well, she was battling for a while, they said, because remember they denied it the first time? Because she was really, really ill.
Yeah,
And
she
then
looked
was suffering
really-
for
yeah,
15
she
years,
looked
they
sick.
said.
Yeah, she lost the weight because of the cancer. But
Yes.
the interesting thing about Aretha is all of her siblings died of cancer.
Yeah.
All
Which
of
is
them.
a scary trend.
And they're all different types of cancer. So they knew it was coming for her. Like, she knew it was coming, and that's why she didn't want to release it, because she just knew she was going to die like all of the rest of her siblings.
Wow.
Yeah, man. That's my girl, man. Yeah, terrible loss, bro.
Nah, it's huge. And one thing we were having a discussion on was we're losing all of our legends. Like, if you think about it,
true.
in comparison to this generation's talent, when you talk about the Michaels, the Princes, the Patti LaBelle, I mean, not the Patti LaBelle, no, I mean, I'm mistaken. I don't want to be Fox News.
Please.
The Aretha
Word.
Franklins, the all these legends that we've had now. I mean, Luther Vandross. I mean,
And we lost him a long time ago.
A long
We lost
time
him
ago,
when I was
absolutely.
21.
absolutely. Like, you think about it, who do we have left? We have Stevie Wonder,
You have Patty. You have Stevie. You have Gladys Knight.
right?
To me, on a lesser level, but at least you have Patty. and
Would
Stevie.
you consider Anita Baker a legend? Because I would.
Yeah, I would. On that
She's a
level, though,
she's a later legend.
Yeah, that's what I'm
but
about to
I
say.
feel
More
like
recent.
on that level, I'm not necessarily sure.
I don't think she's on that level of Aretha and them. But
no, I don't think she is at all. But I think she's a legend.
all right, if you want to compare it with good and great, she's good, a high good.
Right.
I don't. That's debatable. That's real debatable. I can't be mad either way.
Right. No,
Yeah, no.
at the end of the day, I mean, these are people that when we were kids or we were growing up, they set the standard as far as talent is concerned. And
They
you know,
did.
me and Bino, we were talking when we were doing pre-show. Like, if you think about it, they're...
I'm sorry, excuse you. Shut up, Gopay. It's okay. We have that 6'9" fellow.
Oh, right, yeah. I feel, you know what? Then I feel perfectly fine now. I'm totally confident in that and knowing that.
Oh, my God.
Thank God we have 6'9".
Oh, yeah.
But no, in the instance of, if you look at the talent that's around now, does any of them have the same impact as any of these legends that we came up with?
No.
All right, he brought up 6'9". And some of y'all gonna get mad at this. They're giving Jennifer freaking Lopez a Vanguard.
Nah, I don't know why.
Right.
No.
Are we serious?
No.
It's true.
I mean,
Like, your
you said,
talent nowadays is so made up and bullshit. It's ridiculous.
They lost legends. They have no other choice now. What are they gonna give
Jennifer
it to?
Lopez?
I mean, what else they gonna give it to?
They could have switched it at the last minute and gave it to Aretha.
I mean, well, I think
If
she's
she
got
doesn't already have it. If she
Listen,
doesn't
at the end of the
already have
day, I don't think she needs to be defined by, a Vanguard
No,
award.
hell no. Let
any
me
of
tell you
that.
something. The dopest story I heard about Aretha was she would always carry a purse with her or a pocket. She would call it a pocketbook, right? And the reason why is because in the 60s, they would get stiffed by all these white promoters. So she would take like 80% of it cash on hand. She would put it on in her pocketbook that locked and put it under her piano. So, and then she would play, and then the rest you could give her in check. And she would pay all of her staff in cash. So the IRS caught up with her later, but so the IRS would not like hurt them.
Right.
It was just she just thought about everything beforehand, and even with her diva ways, she made such a difference. Yeah. She took care of everyone.
She took care of Angela Davis too. When Angela
Yep.
Davis got
Yeah.
pushed, yeah.
Absolutely.
She paid for a lot of people to get out of jail. Like she was a freedom fighter in itself. She was right behind. You imagine she sung at Martin Luther King's funeral.
Yeah.
Like she's a piece of history.
And here's another piece of history. So I found the video. Here's the video of Aretha Franklin basically
Patti LaBelle.
dubbing Patti LaBelle. Look at this. We don't need no sound for this. Look at her walking in.
Yes. Riding on a freeway. Hey y'all. Thank you.
Bitch, don't you dare touch me. Get your See, Patty's reaching too.
I wonder what the beef is.
I wonder too. I wonder who the man is.
I was
Let me find out. Patty wanted the Colonel from Different World.
Right. Let me tell you. So I was watching this guy on YouTube who I love so much, Funky Dineva, and he was doing like a mock funeral. He was a mock funeral director, saying who was gonna sing this, who was gonna like make the potato salad. They was like, Patty can bring the patty pies, but she can't make the potato salad because she might poison everybody else in the room because she's still mad. Like it was such a good. You guys have to watch it. It was such a great
I do have a
skit.
question for everybody. Did Patty make a statement about this?
Not that I've heard of.
Like, could you imagine reporters at her door?
That she was putting the
No
She put the
comment.
water hose on them. Get the hell from my lawn.
No comment.
No comment.
Nah, man. So yeah, she will be
I can't
sorely
do.
missed, man. This is unbelievable, yo.
It
Like, we
is.
don't
I
have
was
any-
listening to her like greatest compilation, and when you think there's so many songs
Yo,
that have been
I did the
sampled
same
from
thing
her,
yesterday, yeah.
When I tell you, I was at my desk, and I know those white people was like, "What is wrong?" I was jamming.
Yeah.
Oh,
to
she
Aretha.
had hits upon hits
Hits
upon
upon
hits
hits.
upon hits upon hits that people don't even realize. And obviously, her performance on the Blues Brothers movie,
Iconic.
iconic,
Freaking iconic. Like, wow.
One of the greatest things that I forgot she did, and I think Chris Cuomo brought up the story was I think Pavarotti was supposed to perform
Yeah.
at the Grammys
And he
for whatever
filled in.
reason.
Last minute.
Yeah, he backed out.
Yep.
And then she ended up
Impromptu.
taking his place,
Yep.
looked at the words, you know what, I'll do it.
Yep.
And
Impromptu.
killed it.
I can't, really?
Yeah, it was impromptu.
Killed
Yeah,
it.
and
Impromptu.
you know the crazy part is she was self-taught a pianist.
Right.
She would come to New
That's how
York
you say-
every
that's not how you say
summer.
How do
What
you
is
say
it? Pianist?
Yes.
Pianist.
Yes.
Thank
I could
you.
have sworn that's what she said.
No, it sounded like something else.
No.
Bro,
Yeah,
yeah, we got to
no.
repeat that.
It sounded like something
Well,
else.
good morning, guys.
Pause fest, yes, okay.
And she would go
Self-taught
to
what?
she would go to Juilliard every summer. We're talking about Aretha, a legend.
Yeah,
She would go there every summer to take lessons.
Yeah.
Like she was very serious about her craft, and I feel like a lot
course.
of people nowadays are not.
So yeah, so who do we have left? Like you mentioned, we have Stevie Wonder, we have Patti LaBelle, Gladys Knight, we have
Crystal's darling mother, how you doing? She mentioned Dionne Warwick.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to disagree.
yeah.
But,
I wouldn't consider Mom. I wouldn't consider Dionne. I don't. I probably
I mean,
know
are we
one
talking
song.
Psychic Friends Network? Yes. Other than that?
Not necessarily. I don't know if I would put the
necessarily.
no. She has hits and but I don't know if she's on that level of well now name some artists that we could put on that pantheon. Obviously Beyonce. But when you really look at the talent that Aretha Franklin has in terms of playing the piano, singing, Beyonce's a performer and a great singer.
Through and through, yes. But you know who? Let me tell you. You know who I want to give it to?
Who's that?
And I know you guys are gonna say no, but vocally,
Maxwell?
no.
I was about to
but
say.
vocally, who could be this great? Fantasia. She
Yeah,
could
but-
definitely. But I understand what you're saying. But
I
I
ain't
know
saying
you're
yet.
gonna disagree. I know you. I
She knows where you
know
going.
you're gonna disagree. But I feel like that's
Number two. Number three.
y'all are so fucking disrespectful. Excuse my language. I'm over y'all.
Why Fantasia though? What? Why?
Number two.
I mean, obviously.
You need to mute my mic because I'm gonna start cursing.
Fantasia?
Yes. No. Definitely.
I mean, she has a great
No,
voice.
she has
I
a
wanna-
great
I wanna
voice.
see her
Don't
perspective on
get it
this.
twisted, but I mean,
Definitely.
she has one hit.
She has
No.
No.
Stop that. She does not have one hit. But I think she's my first person who should tribute to Aretha.
I agree.
Absolutely.
She's my first person.
I would say that,
Granted,
okay.
especially with Mary J. Blige, the way she's murdered some of Aretha's classics. Please, Fantasia is definitely my first
J.
choice.
Blige, my God.
But I don't think the level of hits would put her in a legendary status by any means.
No, not
I
at all.
definitely think she could be legendary status if she
Well,
had
when
better
is she gonna hit the legendary
songwriters.
button? I mean,
Yeah.
she's been out
No,
for
I
how long?
understand that, but her voice, she can cover any Aretha Franklin song, and I would not be mad.
Let's bring Rupert Studdard back too while we at it.
Shut
up.
All right, so hold up. So, By Chief Central says Regina Bell. All right, B, I'm gonna need you to back away from the computer or phone or whatever it is you're listening to us with.
I'm really about to say something that's gonna upset people, but who is Regina Bell?
God damn it! What do you mean? Who's Regina Bell?
Can we move on?
Is that I'm Not Your Wonder Woman? No,
I'm
it's
not-
Karen White.
All right, let's get to number 2.
Yo, hold on. Let me pay. Go pay.
Yeah.
I know.
I know.
Really gonna read this? You gonna read Gope's statement?
Who is Bino Tarantino? I'm sitting right here next to her. Gope says Lady
Really?
Gaga.
Really? You gonna read that?
No, you know what? No, you know
Lady
what?
Gaga deserves
Lady
to be mentioned,
Gaga,
to be honest.
Really?
she is legendary. No,
Legendary.
she is Lady
She's a performer
Gaga.
and she could blow.
Right? She can write.
She can blow.
Play
yes.
the piano.
She can sing country,
singer.
pop,
All that
dance,
stuff.
whatever
She's
you
an
want.
actress,
Lady
yes.
Gaga has
Okay.
it.
She has it.
Lady
no, she
Gaga
definitely
is
Something
does.
a
with
watered down
Beyonce.
Madonna, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give
Correct.
you that. Watered down Madonna.
That's why
yes.
Madonna
I was about to
can't
say
I would
that.
actually call. Well,
Madonna cannot stand
I would call
her.
Madonna a watered down Lady Gaga. To be honest with you.
I didn't ask you for your opinion.
No, I'm
You're
just
gonna
saying,
talk us
like-
straight.
So Madonna's not
Like-
legendary?
Madonna's been legendary.
Oh,
Madonna's
okay.
legendary, but
I was gonna say
she
that.
doesn't. She can't play the piano. She doesn't write her own music.
She has
Lady.
those hits though.
Oh,
And
of
decades
course.
of it, like 3 decades of it.
Okay,
Please.
and Lady Gaga has the hits. I don't know if she
Still
has
going.
decades
It's
of
not
it. But
decades of it.
No, not
Does
decades
that
of
say Aretha Franklin's shadiest diva moments?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's,
So
a lot of those.
horrible.
there's a lot of those. All right, let's actually go to number 2.
Number two.
So at Fox News, they decided, we're going to announce the death of Aretha Franklin. And unfortunately, they posted a picture of Patti LaBelle. Now, here's the thing. We always bring this up with certain stories like this. Like, certain people will bring up, why do we need diversity in the boardroom or in the office? These are the reasons why. Do you mean to tell me nobody in that editing room sat there and said, excuse me, that's not Aretha Franklin?
No, because they don't know who she is.
You see this a lot in those type of corporate settings where they make huge mistakes like this, and then you ask like, well, this is why you need a black face, maybe more than one, in your company. Because
I
you make
agree with you with that, but I also feel like why subject that one black person to being around all these white people who don't know who black people are? Like, is that fair to them either?
well, because
Yes, if you want your bills paid and you want the job, yes,
I'm not
it's
saying
fair.
one. I'm not saying one. I think it should be obviously not just one token person there. There needs to be a plethora of people in every department that represents all cultures, especially if you're a national network. Now, granted, we all understand their slant. We all understand their narrative. But come on, if you're going to report on real news as well,
Yeah,
get that right,
Erica
man.
O'Neil has a point. She says, I think they do it on purpose. I think so too. Like, there's no way you
Yeah,
don't know who
they're
Aretha
trolling.
Franklin is at
That's
this point.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like, what does that say about them? I mean, like I said, we already know their motive and their narrative, but come on.
Erica says it's too much internet and Google to make that mistake. Like,
Absolutely.
you would
Right.
at least check on what you do prior to putting it out. Any
Correct.
quality level of journalism.
You're supposed to be fair and balanced. Like, good God.
You got writers.
That's
you got scripters,
simple.
And the
monitor
apology was
people.
real weak too.
Yeah.
You mean, and then obviously you saw the president say, "Oh yeah, she used. We're gonna miss Aretha Franklin." I like how he had to add in there that she used to work for him.
I mean, typical ego
But
maniac.
not even that. He was like, Aretha Franklin is dead.
Is dead.
Like,
Gone,
like come
kaput.
on. That was like the first sentence. Like, are you kidding me?
Antoine says it's trolling at its best. They all know who she was. They got to. Come on, stop it.
That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
but
Even if
somebody-
they did not.
Even
I don't
yeah.
know nobody on Fox News. Like but I do know even if they didn't, hit Google.
You got some black people that work as anchors on Fox News. I mean, they tell me that they didn't get the memo neither.
I'm sorry, but if you're
come on.
And too busy listening to Tom Petty.
right, but the thing
Now
is,
Tom Petty's my man though, I ain't gonna lie. Before he fell.
I mean, but
You
I'm
know
pretty
Tom Petty, but you don't know Regina Belle.
What does Regina Belle sing?
Anyway,
Nobody can't tell me, right?
I can tell you,
Go ahead.
but please, go ahead.
the idea
this.
that I mean, how do you make that type of mistake? And like Crystal said, you can Google anything in the world. You could definitely
Like I'm
Google
Googling Regina
a
Belle.
picture of freaking Aretha Franklin, especially the day she dies.
Regina Hall.
Yeah, some-
Regina.
Well.
Regina Belle, Belle.
Oh my God! Let's just get to number 3, please.
Black History was February.
What song is If I Could?
Oh my God!
If I could show you I would, if I could. You've never heard of
Is that the Beauty and the Beast song?
She did do some Beauty and the
Oh, see, I know who you're talking about now.
No, you
Yes.
still don't. You still don't.
I know who you're talking about now.
Can we get to number 3 now?
I don't think
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
a legend though, because I only know like one song from her.
Well, that determines who's a legend, whether or not you know them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Remix.
So remember that Baltimore cop we showed the video of last week of him basically beating the shit out of that guy
Yeah.
out in Baltimore. So he has since resigned forcibly, obviously, since the viral clip went out, and now he will be charged. What is everybody's reaction?
He's
is
been
that
charged since we put it on Sunday morning breakfast. How
Yeah,
you guys feel? You
Listen,
guys proud?
are we making impacts like that?
I feel like
Yeah,
it.
We're changing the world, sir.
Wake me when he's convicted. Damn the charge.
Thank you.
Will he be convicted?
Well, technically now he's not a cop anymore, so.
And he pleaded not guilty, by the way.
Of course. Of course.
I mean, there's a whole video of him doing it, but
Of course. I
Yes.
mean, but we have videos of cops shooting people in the back and they still, you know.
Oh, yeah.
The amazing thing is I'm pretty sure that's what he was advised by his union. I don't know if you're still part of the union if you
Nah, he's
even if you
resigned,
resign.
No, I don't think you're.
But I guess his lawyers have
no,
said,
no,
listen,
boy.
you're gonna, even though we see a whole tape of you beating this guy's ass, just say not guilty because that's not you or that's
Blood
your brother.
everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Knocking off homeboy hat.
He is being indicted on 2 counts of assault after beating on tape, and he felt like he had to quit. Which is, I'll be honest with you, which is surprising to me because I would imagine that his union would have his back 100%, no matter what, and that's any union across this
You're right.
country. That's their job is to, no matter what, they can literally see you shoot a person and they'll find a probable cause in doing that. But I just don't understand why he would resign. But apparently he and this guy had a relationship.
There was an ongoing beef that was.
Yeah,
going
it
on.
was an ongoing thing that they had
So it was
for
personal.
quite some
It was
time. Yeah.
personal.
If he comes out and says that he fears for his life, I swear to you, I think I'm
I
gonna
mean,
think,
you know that's coming.
Yeah, that
you
definitely.
know that's coming, right?
I mean, come on. You know that's
I had to move from where I live because my
Yep.
safety's at jeopardy.
or then be a good cop.
shit. If he's in Baltimore, though, he may have a point.
Yeah, it is Baltimore.
Because it's the local scene that, and they recognize his face. Yeah, he may have a
Well,
point.
Bino, check this out. Crystal, obviously you would get his reference. Have you seen The Wire yet or no? What episode are you on? The Regina Belle episode? Did you see that one or no?
She pops up later in the series. You should really check it out.
So what? Mind you, this was what we talked about this 3 months ago about her watching
And
The
she
Wire.
was at episode. She was at episode 6. Said the shit proudly. I'm at season 1, episode 6. F yourselves, both of you. Now, where are you at?
Where are you at right now?
Episode what?
Number 4.
Yeah, right.
But-
No, she's telling you to move to
I know
number 4.
she is, and I'm not moving until she tells us which episode she's on.
I'm at the episode after 5.
Are you guys ready for what episode I'm at?
Yes.
Season 1, episode 6.
Yeah.
Wow.
We do a reunion show next year. Maybe I'll be done.
A reunion show?
Yes.
Yo, what? I'll have the gray beard. Crystal, where are you at? the blazer over the turtleneck
Oh man.
with the pipe in my mouth. Crystal, where are you at? And in the wire. I'm still on season 1, episode 6. Thank you very much.
Oh man.
What?
Yeah.
And nobody has questions for voice today?
What do you mean questions for
I ain't
voice?
starting nothing.
And we know voice ain't shit.
He knows it.
Voice ain't watching nothing.
Yo, what? He's too busy working at T-Mobile,
That's correct.
ruining phones. That's his
Take
job.
care, preach.
My phone is still overheating.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
oh, I'm telling you, man, it's running rampant.
The hell wrong with your phone?
It's running rampant.
Apple's going down. I don't know what's going on, man.
All right, let's get to number 4. All right, so I want to actually get you guys' opinion on this. So a transgendered person, she goes by the name of Christine Hallquist, has won the Vermont primary as the Democratic representative.
That is huge.
Yes, that is.
Now, when the whole Bruce Jenner thing happened, or Caitlyn Jenner, whatever he or she wants to be today, I don't know if we made light of it. We talked about the seriousness of it. We talked about how, only people like this would be able to do what they do and get away with it. But there's something to be said where, a openly transgendered person is running for public office and are actually winning primaries.
It's a different world we living in.
And we should applaud it.
I agree with that.
Shouldn't we?
Absolutely. It's a different world. I mean, do you want that, or do you want racist bigots who tell you that they're pedophiles and it's okay?
Well, I mean, I think we're seeing extremes. I don't want to even call that extremes, but there are there's a candidate out there who wants to make pedophilia a common thing.
Yeah.
Like that's
they're literally trying to associate that with the whole LGBT community, trying to make that another division of that.
How sick is that?
Crazy.
Do you see what I'm saying?
That's nuts.
So to me, listen, I have no problem with if the person is good in office. I have no problem voting with them. It doesn't matter if they identify as a woman or a man or both.
There are actually 13 trans people who are currently serving elected positions in the United States.
Wow.
And most of them, most of them have been in office for less than a year.
Well,
I mean, yeah, you got to clap it up. I mean,
I give it to him. I'll give it to all of them.
Yo, it's wild awkwardness.
Yeah,
you gotta clap it up.
I mean, I'm just saying.
They had an interview with her, and they were asking, what does this mean and everything like that, and they're just trying to make a stand against what Trump has been going against in the first place. So there's more that's going to be in office. It's going to be a very interesting midterm.
Yeah.
But you know what? One thing that Charlamagne said that I do agree with, he interviewed Angela Rye, is I don't think there's enough talk about the midterm elections. Like
I would agree with that.
You know what I mean? Like
But it's always like that, though. Unfortunately.
Yeah, but I feel like it's always like that. But this is the time with the person in office where it should not be like that. Like,
no, you're right.
This is a time that we really need to step up and be like, okay, who are we voting for? Who are the candidates? What do they stand for?
Well, in all honesty, let's just be honest with ourselves, and statistics will actually prove this, that Republicans tend to pay more attention to midterms and general elections and local elections a lot more.
And that's why they always win.
Exactly.
Right,
than liberals and Democrats.
Right.
That's just facts.
And this time it needs to be different. Like I need to start looking, but we did.
So how do we do that? I mean, we
did say that we were going to go from the ground up. I'm assuming that we would go to our local. Every county town has a website. You can find out there. You can see. I mean, again, Google, see who.
But I would also look at the demographic of the people who support that party, whether it be Democrats or liberals. Like they're more younger, more outgoing people. So they don't necessarily pay close attention to that because. Look, they're trying to do their own thing. Whereas you look at the Republican demographic, they're more supportive of veterans. They're a lot older. They're a lot more involved with government and legislation.
The veterans that they support.
Right, exactly. Right? So they're
on the side of the street asking for a quarter.
I'm saying I think we should be. You look at the people like Washington Heights or people who usually live in that community. Mind you, they're going through a gentrification process as well.
It's going to hit them very hard. Very
rezoning.
Soon. Yes.
And I think they're even trying to close La Marina.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. But, they don't necessarily – they don't care until it's the day or the day before.
But funny enough, La Marina is owned by the state of New York as a park. It's a park. So,
yeah, but they're restricting certain areas.
Right, because what happens is now it's a hot spot. Remember, before La Marina was there, it was
and by the way,
dump.
for the people who are out of town, they don't know. La Marina is I want to call it a restaurant/club in the Washington Heights area.
And then it's like a man-made beach.
Yeah,
it's really nice, but it's under like the New York City Parks and Rec. So them trying to restrict it is only because now they're getting so much money there. They're gonna probably build. Somebody's gonna have a nice house right there.
Well, somebody's gonna say, let me not say somebody. A lot of wealthy people are gonna say, well, look, I want to keep my property value, and I want to make sure the perception of my neighborhood is nice and lovely. And let's just be honest with ourselves. It's a lot of bottles popping, and there's some ratchet stuff that goes on there. Let's be honest with ourselves.
I mean,
and they're probably gonna sweep that stuff away.
Right. Then. Remember, like that's Dyckman, that's Washington. All of that right there is. not foreign to the neighborhood, but if you're just in a couple of years, you're not having that anymore. And remember, over there is like the pre-war buildings. They have these beautiful, huge apartments. Like from people out of town, pre-war buildings are huge. They're beautiful, sunken in living rooms.
Right.
Things that it's rare to New York now. All these apartments now are super small. It's like the size of the studio.
But let me ask you a question. The people that actually go to La Marina and they go have a good time, let's be honest with ourselves, don't necessarily worry about midterm elections or general, not general elections, but
I can't say that. I don't know that.
I
don't know.
Because they're having conversations on councilmen, whoever, while they're
top of the couch.
You know what I'm
top of the
saying?
bottle.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't
They're
know,
not
but
doing that.
I don't think that I don't know. I can't do that. I know a lot of those people and they vote. So
I know. All right. So let me ask you. So when you see those people, what type of conversations do you have with them?
Well, remember, I'm at the door, so I don't have a conversation about politics.
We learned so much about Crystal. I'm
at the door. I'm the you could get in, no, you can't. Like it's $40-$50. Like I'm not.
Yeah, that's a bigger discussion for a different time.
Right. I don't have time to sit there and talk to you about politics, but you know.
Okay, let's talk about politics while we sip this Douce. Let's get to number 5. And so it's been an anniversary for everybody who is familiar with New York. 15 years ago, 2003. What date was that? What exact date was that? That happened this week, but what date was it? Do you guys remember?
I feel like it was August 20th.
Nah,
no.
August 20th hasn't happened yet.
It hasn't happened yet. I think
You said this week coming or this week?
No, this week that passed because we are the Weekend Review Show.
Yeah.
Yes. Where were you guys when the blackout had happened?
Well, first of all, I want to tell Burbs to go to hell because he's been putting me on blast that night.
August 14th.
So
thank you.
I was stuck in Astoria. And I was at a gas station when everything went out, and I had no gas at all. I was waiting just in case there was going to be some type of power. There was a serious loot that happened where somehow I fit underneath the steering wheel because they were shooting up the place like crazy. I made sure the car looked like it was a bit. So I called Burst. I'm like, Burst, yo, I need you to come get me. Come get me. So I'm calling him like frantic. He leaves Spring Valley to come and get my ass.
Spring Valley?
He left Spring Valley to come and get me.
No, that's a friend right there.
We had to leave the car there.
They're actually cousins, but yeah.
Well, that's Gas cousins. They're family.
And to this day, he's been pretty much tormented with it because he's telling the whole world that.
I did see him make a comment.
Yeah, mind you,
just to give a little bit of, just to give the out of towners a perspective of exactly what happened. I mean, that was when everything in New York City, I think, everything
from Canada down to like.
And they told blame Canada.
Everything we had no electricity for. It was about I want to say one full day, and then the next day, slowly certain areas started popping back up. But like the subway line was out.
People were crawling out of the subways. I was at work. I used to be a teller, and I was at work, and all of a sudden in 5 towns. So at the Chase in 5 towns, right next to the Wendy's. Right. And all of a sudden, like, the bank shut down. So everything shuts, literally automatically locks itself, right? Because you don't know what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And then we go outside, we realize, like the wall bounds, the staples, everything was out. So I go home, and I realize we have no electricity at all.
Yeah.
It was nothing. I've never seen anything like that.
And mind you, at the time, people thought it was some type of terroristic thing because it was like a couple years after 9/11.
Right. It was 2 years after. And mind you, they were giving out free food at the supermarket because people did not know when it was going to come back on.
And it was going to spoil, too.
I mean,
they had to. They had to. Yeah. They had to.
Crazy.
Bino, where were you at?
I just came home from a job interview.
Right.
Actually. And so I just, at that point, my mother had just went away to work for the UN. Mm. So I was manning the bills. I was home alone, blah, blah, blah. And I thought I messed around and forgot to pay the light bill. So for like a few hours of that shit, I got candles in the crib.
2003, he's responsible for it.
Let somebody. I can't have no company thinking that the shit was me.
Right.
At the time, and to this day, I still keep a cord phone in the house.
Yeah.
Not a cordless phone, but a cord phone. Because that was the only thing that was working. So someone called me and told me it was all over. And you wiping, whoo! I wasn't trying to have to explain this to Big Mama while the lights ain't on, you know what I mean?
Right.
And anyway, so I wound up just messing around on the phone for like hours and hours on end because, again, it was the only thing I could do. I couldn't read it.
He was calling Dionne Warwick. What is he coming back on?
You know? On the phone?
Yeah, I was phone joning like a mug because there was
nothing. And remember, it was hot as hell.
Yo, to this day, I keep a cord phone. I'm not big on like talking on a cell phone. Like my cell phone is amusing myself on the internet and that type of shit. But like,
no, it was ridiculous.
If you're close enough to me, like I will give you my house number and we will talk on a house phone, and I even keep a cord phone just in case
I think I still remember
they
your
start that
house
shit
phone
again.
number.
Right.
No, it was. It was.
Please,
serious.
not over here. But yes.
It was crazy.
I definitely. I remember my father being really scared because he was at work and he was like, Crystal, shut the doors, because when my parents first came here, I think it was like the summer of '77 when they were looting, and he was like, listen, do me a favor, like I know what it could be, stay in the house and lock the door. I was scared shitless.
Yeah, no, it was crazy, man. Like I just remember it being very hot. Luckily, I'd gotten out the subway by the time the electricity went out, and I'd gotten home, and I actually thought the same thing. All the electricity went off in the house. Like the TV just started flickering and then went off. I'm like, the hell's going on? And then I look outside and I just hear noise like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
Right. And it was in the middle of the day.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was like
afternoon. Yeah,
I would say like 2 o'clock. I would say
2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then I just remember South Jamaica, Queens. We were just driving around, and it was just. I just remember it was hot.
There was no street lights. Everything was pitch black. If you imagine trying to get home and there's just no type of stoplights, it was crazy.
No, it was.
I think with the anger that's going on in this country now, y'all better pray and hope that type of shit don't happen now.
Nah, boy.
No, we don't need that. No, we definitely don't need that.
What's that movie where they give you 20? The Purge.
Yeah,
The Purge.
Nah, we definitely don't need.
I'm actually afraid that may happen.
I'm staying my ass right in the crib, dogs, please.
No, we definitely don't need any of that. All right, it's already 10:41, so let's just get to more stories. So
we never take any commercial breaks anymore.
Not anymore because we end up going way over. So there's a situation. Let's talk about this. There's a situation on tape. So a bus driver who's minding his business, doing his job, gets, I guess, harassed by a passenger. The driver is black and the passenger is white, and he decides to sling the N-word and abuse him. Not only that, he decides to call him the N-word on top of that. He decides to call the bus driver the N-word. And let's just play the rest of the story.
The incident caught on bus surveillance cameras happened on a Palmtran bus on a Sunday afternoon, May 13th. It began as a dispute over the bus fare. There were only a handful of people on the bus, including a passenger who was very loud. The passenger, who's white, used insulting, racially offensive language, taunting the bus driver, who's black. According to the bus drivers union, this taunting went on for about 15 minutes, with the passenger standing in the aisle, calling the driver the N-word, spewing threatening and derogatory remarks at the driver. The driver warned the passenger to stop it.
One more time. I told you call me one more time.
Then the unruly passenger spit on the driver. According to the union, the bus driver couldn't take it anymore. Stop the bus. And you can see on the video the Palmtran.
Now let me stop it there, guys. Let's put everybody in that bus driver's seat. And listen, I understand bus drivers have to deal with a lot of bullshit throughout their day. We get it. It's a city job. But when you spit on somebody, I mean,
said that last week.
I think I don't know if it's technically considered an assault, but it should definitely be.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is, and he
bodily
deserved
fluids.
every minute of that ass.
All right, let's watch the rest.
Repeatedly striking the passenger. He hit the passenger so hard he knocked the passenger unconscious, and he landed on the floor of the bus where he laid unconscious.
Is that a Confederate flag on top of him?
The driver lost it and reacted in self-defense as well as reacted to being spit upon.
In a letter to the driver, Palmtran called the driver's actions an egregious and abhorrent level of misconduct. He was fired, but the union feels the driver did not deserve it.
He
I
did
think
not.
there's no place in our society for that use of language, and also I think anyone's going to have a reaction when they're spat upon.
All right, there you got it. So the guy ended up getting fired for, I guess we can all agree that he was defending himself.
Yes.
Because once you spit on somebody, and you guys have confirmed, like, essentially, spitting on someone is considered an assault. So once you react, you are considered defending yourself.
Hey, depending on my mood, that N-word shit would have gotten him rocked. I mean, it is what it is. But
Right.
it's one thing to have control over that. But now when you put something on my body physically.
Let me ask a question, too. I think that, and I'm being 100% honest, I think there should be a law. If you are willing to use that N-word in a derogatory manner, so in other words, if you are a white person and you are willing to say that in front of a black person, that person who reacts, that black person, and whether it be the N-word or whether it be the S-word for Hispanics, you are allowed to assault that person in reaction.
It's two types of assault: verbal
It would
assault
be
and
it would be
physical.
great, but here's what they're gonna pull. they're going to pull you consider a slur.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're going to pull the fact that we hear it all in your rap songs. You say it to each other. You understand what I'm saying? And what's considered a slur, what's considered offensive is going to be a thing.
Yep.
That's how they're going to fight that.
But we're all smart enough to realize when it's used as a slur, and we all realize when.
But shit, people got cool homeboys, cool white homeboys that they give a pass to that use the word. You understand what I'm saying?
But
so like,
even with that, you know when he's using it in that manner.
But they could play that game.
Oh no,
That's
you're
what
right.
I'm trying to tell you. They could play that game. They'd be like, well, I was saying it as a nice thing. You know what I mean? Like they could do that.
I was saying it as a nice thing.
You're my homie. Isn't that what you guys say to each other? Like they're gonna pull that bullshit. I'm telling you.
In no way should this guy have gotten fired.
He's gonna get his job back.
Nah, he's definitely gonna get his job back, or Sharpton and him will be marching through that town.
Or somebody's gonna give him a job.
Yeah.
Like nowadays with things going viral like this, people give you money and they give you a job. He'll be fine.
No, I really believe that. I know we spoke about spitting on somebody, but if I would equate using the N-word in a derogatory way in that manner, that is the same thing because you're asking for it.
Don't spit on me. Like
I think
don't call me the N-word.
The department had to do that to avoid the lawsuits and then go through the procedures so he can get his job back. They know he's gonna get his job back.
That's the lawsuit.
They did it for political reasons. This is the reason why they did that. They know he's getting his job back.
I mean, I'm not necessarily sure about that.
What do you mean?
Thomas from Virginia says I'm cool with nobody using it. He's absolutely right.
How would you? Because I like to hear your reaction to certain things. How would you, if you were the bus driver, what would you have done?
What leadership skills would you have demonstrated?
I wouldn't have beat the man unconscious.
By the way, she's setting you up from last week's deal with the whole Asian thing. Just
of
so
course.
you know.
No, I wouldn't have beaten him down. I wouldn't have beaten him down. I would have held him down, and I would call the cops. He would have got arrested.
You'd have held him down. Yeah. So now you holding him down. Do you think he's cooperating, or is he trying to fight back and look at what's going to happen next?
As big as that bus driver was, I think I'd be strong enough to hold him down till the cops came. There's no need for me to beat him down like that. I just handle things differently.
If you stop your shit, Muscle has a story.
Oh, boy.
I feel this man's pain. When I worked for the LRRR, management and the union pretty much expect you to do nothing if stuff like this happens. Female workers get touched on a train, and all they wanted us to do is call the cops. Erica says he can sue for wrongful termination. He certainly
will.
I don't know if he wins that, though.
No, he's going to win.
I think he does.
Because
first.
At the end of the day,
self-defense.
I mean, because it's the legal system. They always say, judges always say, listen, I know it may hurt, but you always walk away.
Yeah,
always walk away.
You in a driver's seat. How you walking away from someone spitting?
No, I understand that, but they're always. It's amazing. They're held to a higher standard than cops, though. But you also, like Voice said, you're trained to de-escalate a situation like that, or just ignore a passenger like that.
You said cops. Mm-hmm. Bing, ding, ding. Here in New York City, I don't know if it's a nationwide thing. Here in New York City, if you touch a train conductor, bus operator, it's like touching a cop.
It's a federal offense.
Bingo.
Absolutely.
So now, if that spitting is considered assault here.
Exactly. There's two types of assault. It was verbal assault, and it was physical assault with the spitting.
And how that happened, when they started raising fares here left and right, when Bloomberg was in office, shout out to you, Bloomberg. Yes, you made sure you took every dime from us. It's ridiculous. Anyway, when Bloomberg was running things here, and every 6 months you had to raise the fares for the city.
Right.
People not giving no raises.
Started tearing up them train conductors. Because now you paying all this money, and the train conductor going to come here late and all this shit.
Yeah.
They started pulling them from the damn car.
Yeah.
What happened last week?
Rocking
Speaking of train, you saw that what happened.
Yeah, the guy and the girl, they would, and it's so funny because my friend is like one of the like big people who speak about like offenses towards like conductors or whatever and MTA workers. The way they try to pull that man out of that thing and wail on him.
Right.
All because he decided to go express and not go and stop that they were supposed to go.
That's crazy.
Express.
They went straight up to that.
All right, we got a call. What's your name? Where you calling from? Hello?
Kofi?
Hello?
Maybe it's the bus driver.
Maybe it's the passenger.
Yeah,
I called to call all of you niggas. Do something about it.
But yeah, man, like I slowly and surely, man, people are getting exposed left and right. So you saw this situation at the airport where a guy.
This is the best thing in the world.
I loved it. And I'll tell you why when we're done.
All right, let's watch this and we'll talk about it. Let's get to volume. This guy got it. Okay, stop. There we go.
Yeah, because I'm pissed off. All right. Yeah, well, you know, you get pissed off. You probably are bigger than you are right now. So this guy is trying to provoke me. He's a law enforcement officer, and he's trying to provoke me. Do you know how to de-escalate things? No, you're not. Yeah, you're talking about me foaming moment to now. Is that going to de-escalate things? Genius? Do you have training? Genius?
He reminds me of Will Ferrell.
Backwards? Come arrest me or give me a fight. They're arresting me. They're arresting me.
We have eyes, jerk.
Really de-escalate. Hey, don't hey, stop me. I'm not. Do not hurt me. Do not hurt me. You understand? Do not be rough with me. Look at them. Look at them. They're going to beat me up.
I'm sorry.
Don't beat me up, you mother. Don't beat me up.
Don't tase
Look
me,
at
bro.
them. Oh my God, I can't believe they're doing this. Oh my God.
Crystal.
He does sound like Will Ferrell, though.
Oh my God.
I'm not listening. I'm supposed to be rough with me. You treat me like a black person.
Oh.
Really?
Oh wow. Let's run that back.
Run that back one time.
You treat me like a black person. Release your hands. Put it behind your back.
Yeah, once he said that spray shit, he was like, "Oh no, I gotta chill. I need to shut the hell up." Oh man.
Wow.
Who would like to start?
Pick me.
Oh man.
Yes. So the reason why this story is so heartwarming to me, for two reasons. You have everyday people who deny two things: racism and white privilege. And here you see both of them. The privilege part is him actually speaking to the cops that way and getting away with it for so long.
Right.
Because any one of us would have been Swiss cheese the hell up. That's a fact. Two, even him probably being the bigot that he is, knows that if he were black, he'd be treated the same way or treated worse, which is why he makes that statement, which acknowledges both things. Now, this man actually tried to lie and say he was trying to bring awareness to how black people were treated upon the internet getting a hold of this video.
So his name is Dr. Jeffrey Epstein.
I can't make this dumb shit up.
He showed up at the American Airlines ticket. I believe he showed up to his flight late. And the airline, they said, he said he was too late for check-in. He's 59. He argued with the employees and began yelling loudly. When police officers arrived, Dr. Epstein yelled at them, insulting them and telling them to get him a flight or arrest him. They arrested him, as you can see.
But in what world do you, who are late for something, then demand that a whole airport or whole airplane to yourself? How's that
Let
work?
me tell you, this whole thing made my whole day. This made my whole day.
I think the great part was like, oh my God. Like, let's watch that again, because that was really
They're
dope.
arresting me. They're arresting me.
Oh my God, oh my God.
Really de-escalate. Hey, hey, stop me. I'm not. Do not hurt me. Do not hurt me. You understand? Do not be rough with me. Look at them. Look at them. They're going to beat me up.
Look at that trip. Oh my God.
Don't beat me up, you mother. Don't beat me up.
Look at his
them.
hands.
Oh my God, I can't believe they're doing this. Oh my God. Look what they're doing. Oh, oh my God.
Look at the guy in the pink just watching.
Just stopping, just
like
shaking
he don't
his
have
head.
a flight to catch. You see him?
Don't beat me up, you mother. Be rough with me.
Oh my God. Take him down with the trip. And the trip goes boom.
Yo,
That
these
was a bad
cops,
trip, though. That was terrible.
yo, they need to take some MMA classes
Yeah.
or something,
That was
because they're
A childish karate class, at least.
like,
Jesus.
Don't beat me up, you mother. Don't beat me up. Look at them. Oh my God, I can't believe they're doing this.
Oh my God.
Oh
That made my whole day.
Oh, man.
Golpe says he should have complied.
Oh, really? Oh, it's amazing,
He
man.
should have.
Oh, man.
But he told them, he said, arrest me. And then when they went to book him, he's holding his arms. Like, well, what's the deal?
Yeah.
So the director of the National Black Justice Coalition said, it's clear that Dr. Epstein stood firmly in his privilege, taunting the officers.
Clearly.
He was condescending. He was rude. Those are all the things that
he
black
drunk?
people could never think to do to a police officer and remain standing or
They
breathing.
bury me next to Raina from Power. Like, are you crazy?
Clearly, he was using what he prescribes to people because he was high.
What? What kind of doctor is he?
So he says, I was making a point. If you're going to do this to a white doctor who's 59 years old for doing nothing, then why should black people trust you? He added, I'm a conservative Republican. I'm a Trump guy. Oh, God. You're not helping your cause,
yeah,
Sam.
Yeah. Way to prove you're not a bigot.
Yeah, exactly. But until the police fix this problem, I don't blame black people for being upset when they get arrested.
Oh, now he relates to us now that he's gotten booked.
So that's what it is.
I would have loved to have seen a black person sitting in that terminal watching that whole shit.
Fuck
Especially
that.
when he said
I
that
would have
line.
been sitting there with my coffee, swinging my feet like.
I would love
You're
this.
right down there.
I would love this to happen to a Jason Whitlock. That would be perfect.
My God, that'd be great.
Mr. Jones said Dr. Epstein's explanation was laughable at best. That he hoped that encounter would prompt the police in general to think about how white people are treated with kid gloves and black people die in similar encounters.
Doctor, we're still not delegating you to the black community.
Nah, yeah, you still not going to.
And by the way, you're alive.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Would anybody like to read the Trayvon Martin statement after the incident?
Say, don't dip the foot in the pool. Jump in the damn pool. Like, please, you are alive.
Can we get Crystal? Do me a favor. Can you get me the Freddie Gray statement after his incident?
Right, exactly.
Anyone? Michael Brown? Anybody would like to get the Michael Brown statement?
Eric Garner?
Oh no, we have one. I can't breathe. That was what we got. All we got was, oh my God.
Yep.
This one said, I can't breathe. And I'm a Trump guy. Really?
Like that was supposed to make us feel like I'm with you blacks and I'm a Trump guy. Like, what?
Like no.
Thanks.
Yeah. That's a tough thing to sell right there. That's a tough thing to sell. Now, I would ask you guys, which pundits would you like to see this happen to? Besides Jason Whitlock. I mean, I guess any anchor on Fox News would be suffice. I mean,
there's this congressman. I have to find his name. He looks like Children of the Corn.
Okay.
I'm gonna find you. He is the craziest looking. This needs to happen to him. He did. I think he was doing the Comey investigations. He looks like he has no teeth. You guys never seen him before?
No.
Let me see if I can find a picture of him.
Please.
Omarosa, anybody? No.
And then the officer said they witnessed the white foam around Epstein's lips, and asked him to leave the terminal based on erratic behavior for the safety and security of the traveling public.
He definitely was disrupting business, though. That's crazy.
No, of course. I mean, no. Now, in no way are we defending him in any way. Like, if you're acting belligerent, look, what was that? Wasn't there a fight like that in it was a football player who recently got in a fight in the airport like that.
Yeah.
Oh man,
But even if
Adam Jones.
If you compare this video right to the situation in Baltimore a week prior,
okay,
like this dude showed way more resistance.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like he should have really gotten rocked.
Yeah.
Like how that black dude got rocked in Baltimore last
Yep.
week. Like he should have gotten rocked in the same sense.
Absolutely.
Because they couldn't take him down. What is it, like 3 cops? They couldn't take him down. And he's resistant. Like I could see punching him in the face. I could see how that would be.
Yeah, of course. Now, maybe he deserved like a 15-piece combo.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He definitely deserved the Mortal Kombat.
Well, no, let me not say that because, listen, either way, a police officer's job is not to fight you. They're supposed to apprehend you and then charge you accordingly. But, the guy in Baltimore was essentially on some Street Fighter shit.
Correct. What I'm saying is I could see how that would be the case for this situation.
Still wrong,
Of
but
course.
yes, you can see how, emotions could get high.
But
and then
not as wrong. Wrong light,
Yeah, wrong. Diet wrong.
Sweet and wrong, yes.
Diet wrong, yes. Diet wrong, yes.
What airport was this? This was an airport in Orlando.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't think they have many, so I assume it's their regular
Wait, so
airport.
Mickey was running around the airport when this was happening? You know they got pictures of Mickey everywhere in Orlando.
It was Orlando International Airport.
Not in front of my mini.
Yeah,
Oh my
mini,
gosh.
mini definitely.
And I just love
She wasn't
how
too pleased.
I love how people like around the whole incident are just watching him and like shaking their head, like,
Oh, it couldn't have been me.
Whereas I feel like if it was a black person, other people would have tried to help the police in trying to apprehend the guy. I'll help you.
It would have been a slow clap. The whole airport would have frozen and clapped at the same time. Nah, I mean, this is crazy, though.
It's nuts. And one more question before we get on before we take a break. Now, and this is for everybody, and especially our thread. Does Omarosa now get invited to the barbecue? Because this week she's
Hell
she's whoa.
Hell no.
Let's pose this. Let's pose the question.
Should have been one arrested too.
Please, you got to give. It's just like math work. You gotta show the reasons for your answer. All right.
Show your work.
Show your work. Okay. She has now released tapes of a conversation between her and General Kelly. One with I believe it was the wife of Don Jr., where she had confessed, "I will pay you $15,000 a month if you still work with the campaign, although you've been fired." And then she also released a tape of Donald Trump, I guess, being surprised that she hadn't gotten fired and him not knowing anything about this.
After he said that he fired her.
Yeah, right. So, but you know, in her efforts in trying to expose this president and this administration, does she now get a plate at the barbecue?
No.
Let's go around the room. Bino?
No. Here's why. Well, Corinne says it best. This bitch is on a coon train for life. That is the fact. For one, she could whatever she releases, right? She could get Trump fired or impeached or whatever, and it still wouldn't matter because if she knew he was a racist, right?
And she still joined that administration.
To the point where where she not only did she join the administration, try to turn around and convince other black people that they should support that man. If you knew that about him, to the point where you taped him. You are nothing but a snitch, first of all. You are shitting on a plate that you ate off of, period.
Right in the hand
now that you're not part of that plate, now you want to turn around? Black people, y'all did this shit with OJ. I'm not going to let y'all do this with this boy. No. Y'all let OJ come around with that stinking kente and accepted him as a black man.
That's for damn sure.
Bullshit Canal Street African clothes he had on.
And he was rapping.
And he still went back to the white women afterwards. So do not do this with Omarosa. Don't be stupid. Let her stay where she's at. She's on an island on her own and she's looking for support. Let her stay where she's at.
Her and her husband needs to stay on that island.
Even you're right. I agree with that. Even crazy than that. Even the black folks. I mean, I've been watching Contributors News, even CNN. They're not buying it. They're saying that this is what you asked for. Just watch them two hash it out.
First of all, she knew before she got fired about that tape when Donald Trump was saying nigger. I'm not saying the N-word. He said nigger, right? You knew it well before. The only reason why now that you have a problem, you want to expose this man who was mentally unstable is because you got fired. You have, let me tell you.
They dragged her out.
Right. The only loyalty Omarosa has is to herself. There's no way I'm going to let her into the barbecue and be like, have a seat, because you don't care about me. You only go where they're giving you money.
Listen, y'all mad that Trump called her a dog? I've called her worse all these past couple weeks, in particular. So I don't give a shit.
Matter of fact,
he could have called her a bitch in front of Queen Latifah and I would have clapped. Because that's exactly what she is.
She has and this is not new. She was caping for that man during,
when he won.
He's a black people's savior. He's this, he's that.
Her exact words were last year, and it came up on my feed on like those Facebook memory shit. Y'all gonna bow down to Trump.
Right.
Those are the exact words. We're bowing down to a man who uses nigger in front of you.
Right. But now it bothers you because now you got fired.
And you got
out of here.
But here's another crazy thing. So you know magician Penn Jillette, Penn of one half of Penn and Teller.
Penn and Teller, yeah.
He actually confirmed, like he's heard the president say racially insensitive words.
Him, Tom Arnold.
Yep.
And Tom Arnold's going hard.
Every other miscellaneous person from the 80s.
You can learn a little bit from that, Roseanne.
He says he would say racially insensitive things that made me uncomfortable. I don't think he ever said anything in that room like African Americans are inferior or anything about rape or grabbing women. But of the 2 hours every other day in a room with him, every 10 minutes was fingernails on the chalkboard.
Listen.
So let me ask this question though: aren't you complicit in that if you're not stopping him at the path? If you're not sitting there saying, yo, whoa, that's not cool.
But you know what though? Omarosa has made it in a sense that I'm not even concerned with what was said. At the end of the day, Trump could say something on those tapes, and it would be no surprise whatsoever. Omarosa putting these tapes out and the way she's doing it is more of an indictment of herself than it is of him.
Absolutely.
We already know he's a bigot. Like, nobody's going to be like, oh my God, what?
I can't believe it.
His fan base is going to love him more, and those of us that hate him are going to hate him more.
That doesn't mean we're going to love you and welcome you back, because I really think that's what she's thinking.
At
the end of the day, you're a snitch. That makes it no better. You caped for this man for well over 10 years when you were on The Apprentice. He has fired you several times. This is not the first time.
I remember
you literally said, there's a plate of shit. Master, can I have some more? Now that you're not getting $179,000 of our taxpayer money, now you have an issue.
The craziest, I remember the day he won, and she was outside the Trump Hotel where they had the campaign, celebrating and laughing it up, and
then she knew he was saying nigger,
high fives and all that.
You know what's
doing all that. So what does that say more about her?
You know what's even crazy than that? So she was in the Trevor Noah show, right, on the Daily Show, right? And she said the only way that you can stop Trump is by taking away the oxygen of what matters to him most, the attention. Go figure.
And you gave him.
And you're giving him even more.
Go figure.
You're giving him even more.
But yeah, your ass is putting wires in your bra and shit and walking in the room. What are you doing?
But here's she could be in big trouble because apparently when in the rooms, I guess the Situation Room or the War Room where they would have these meetings or have these conversations, they're not allowed to bring in any telephones or any recording devices whatsoever.
It's a Situation Room. I have no this just confirms what I feel. I have no faith in that White House.
She could do Fed time.
I have no faith in that White House.
She could do real Fed time.
Yeah, what is going on with that? and she would love it. You know why? Because she's gonna get out and get a bigger.
She's gonna
book
be a
deal.
martyr. Yeah.
A martyr to who? I don't know, but I know
She's
the book deal and the money. Like,
I'm sorry.
She goes to jail for taking down Trump. That's gonna be the greatest thing in her history.
You look even worse.
I know. I personally don't respect her either way, shape, or form.
And I think she.
And we'll never. You can't re-respect somebody. Like, she's somebody that you throw to the side. Like, listen, we don't want her back. The white delegation probably doesn't want her. The black delegation, maybe the Indian or the Asians will take her. We do not want this woman.
I don't think the Asian.
But I think that was her motive in thinking that maybe she would end up in people's good graces if she did this, and if definitely.
Nah, there's some folks who are definitely defending her, especially because Trump made her the victim with that whole door comment. I'm like, yo, please.
And and we all know some Trump supporters in this room, not obviously in this room, but some friends or acquaintances that we know on a regular basis. I just wonder if that tape ever came out of him using the N-word, then what defense do you have for that moving forward?
They're gonna say, well, blacks use it. That's what it's gonna be.
No. Here's what they're gonna do. No. I'm gonna tell you exactly what they're gonna do. They're gonna do the same shit they do with Hulk Hogan.
Oh,
he didn't know he was being taped, and they're gonna focus on that. They're gonna make him the victim. By
similar to Donald Sterling, how they kind of
bingo. They're gonna focus on that aspect. Yo, I know their games. We've been at this for a while now. Yo, well, wait a minute. He didn't know he was being taped.
Yeah.
So we're only supposed to count what you know you're aware that you're being heard saying. I mean, it doesn't work that way.
Right. All right. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we have more to do.
Carol Ross, speaking for the Asians, says the Asians ain't taking nobody.
Happy birthday, Carol Ross. She's in Florida right now.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
They don't want nothing to do with us.
All right, Sunday morning breakfast. We're back. Call us up 516-900-2278. So listen, I know we're all distraught about the passing of Aretha Franklin, but apparently this barbershop, it went a little bit further. So at this barbershop, two men were having a disagreement, and we know how it gets heated in the barbershop. You may be talking about who's the better player, Michael Jordan or LeBron, so on and so forth. But with this one, it was about who should play Aretha Franklin in her biopic. First of all, I don't even know if anything like that is in production. Secondly, I mean, I didn't know they were part of the Academy, that they were so in keen with who's great at acting, being an actor or actress, excuse me. But here is what happened at the barbershop.
In Suffolk ends in gunfire, and we're told the whole thing stemmed from whether the actress Halle Berry should play Aretha Franklin in a movie. This all went down in broad daylight outside the barbershop here near East Washington and Liberty Streets. 13 News Now reporter Robert Boyd talked to the witness who saw it all happen. Robert?
That's right, David. Beeman's Barbershop in Suffolk is usually a place where friends can get together and have fun, in-depth conversations.
I love
when
it.
two buddies started reminiscing about Aretha Franklin, things got heated, and then they got violent. And now one man is in the hospital, and the other is in jail.
In jail.
It all started with a conversation between two friends about Aretha Franklin in this barbershop Thursday morning, according to witness Harvey Clark.
We're talking about Halle Berry playing the part of Aretha Franklin.
Chill,
yo. Yeah, in the movie. One was for and one was against.
Clark
You just know he played checkers.
Conversation turned into an argument. He says one of the men, a youth counselor, 47-year-old Tony Lundy, began antagonizing the other man, 44-year-old Michael Hatton.
He was doing this to his head. You know, kept punching him like that.
Clark says the men ended up on the floor fighting. Fellow customers had to break it up.
Tony went to the chair, kept punching the boy in the head, punched the boy in the head, and the boy told him, I give you a pass on this.
But once the men were in separate corners, Clark says Lundy went back for more.
So Tony acted like he was coming back, so the boy reached for his gun. Tony ran.
Clark says Hatton waited a few seconds, then followed Lundy. Everyone in the barbershop looked out the window in shock at what happened next.
The way his arm was elevated like this here. So I was assuming he was shooting over his head. But when I walked out there, I saw Tony bleed. Then Tony fell on the ground. And then
Cedric the Entertainer looks good.
Clark says Hatton shot Lundy from about 10 feet away.
Well, that's great makeup.
Don't you talk about Jesse Jackson.
Walked up next to him as he lay on the ground.
He just put the gun to his head, and I said, oh, my God. And the boy say, the other guy said, man, don't shoot him, man. So the dude that said don't shoot him, the shooter looked at him and walked away.
Both men were transported to the hospital. Lundy remains in serious condition. Hatton was released after suffering minor injuries. He is facing multiple charges, including aggravated malicious wounding.
Let's not get it lost here. This is all stemming from an argument on who needs to play Aretha Franklin.
Wait a second, though.
To be fair, Halle Berry.
But Aretha had an interview that I saw the other day, and somebody asked if Halle Berry should play her, and she said herself she doesn't think that Halle Berry is strong enough to play her. So technically, whoever said no was right.
Oh, okay. Don't get shot down.
All right, listen, I don't even
It ain't
want
nothing
to
to get a cap in your ass over, though.
What?
I agree.
Like, come on.
Yeah, Erica O'Neal, who's not far from that area herself, she says, yeah, he looks like Suffolk. Yeah.
He looks like
Suffolk is hood. I mean, it's hood and country at that.
Yeah.
It's hood and very country.
All right, let's watch the rest of this.
Is it disappointing that Aretha Franklin's name is even associated with this story?
Not really. She is our history.
Oh,
He's
God bless.
I shot someone over Otis Redding back in the 60s.
But how is he in the barbershop and don't have a fresh beard?
Because he's not going there for the haircut. He's going there for the conversation and the dominoes and the chess.
So when does he get his haircut?
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
He's part of the shop. When you go to a barbershop, there's certain old heads who just sit there and talk shit.
It's not like that. It's not like that in salons where like they have random like old.
And they're there for a reason.
You under the dryer for 8 hours getting your hair done.
No, I'm just saying there's nobody like.
I mean, sometimes and you got the people who come in who sell
just to
stuff,
hang out,
the perfume.
The collard greens. Yeah.
No, there's literally like there's just men that hang out. Like they're not getting a cut. They're just chilling and they just get into the conversation.
Well, I'm gonna be fair. Some of those barbershop arguments.
They get heated.
I've been in a few myself.
Me too.
No one of them should cause you to lose your life or end up in the hospital for it, though.
I ain't gonna hold you. I said something about 50 Cent in the Queens barbershop one day. It was like the Warriors me trying to get out that barbershop, yo.
That's why you've been going to Harlem ever since?
Basically, stay my ass out of trouble.
Yo, don't bring up Mace. Don't bring up
I know, right?
Don't do
they start talking about G-Dep, I get real quiet.
Nah, I'm sorry.
But not even recently with the whole Fabulous situation. I started, talking about that situation.
Mm-hmm.
And you got the brothers there. Nah, man, they trying to frame Fabulous. What the hell y'all talking about? Was he trying to buy NBC? Like, what are y'all talking about? but again, it gets heated.
I know, I understand that, but I mean, listen, if you're in a country like a place like Virginia where this is what happens, where gun lobbies and gun ownership is a celebrated thing, you can end arguments real quick like that.
J. Lex says there has to be a backstory. Someone being somebody else's lady.
No,
Aretha was
no,
breaking point.
it was literally over Aretha Franklin. It was literally over. I believe this old
Jay,
dude.
I think you need to go to a black barbershop.
I think her version of a different world thing was better than Boys to Men. What? What did you say?
I think you seen the barbershop movie. It really goes down like that.
Yo, it's crazy. That's how arguments go in the barbershop, man. It gets heated. You either jonesing against one another, or it's a conversation like that.
Yeah, yo, old school right here. You seen Coming to America, the old dudes.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Same shit.
They
to
just
me,
hanging
that's
out.
some of Eddie Murphy's greatest work, because I did not know he was a white
see
guy.
that?
Antoine immediately, as I'm saying, it says Coming to America barbershop team. Yep.
Yeah.
You did see that, though.
I did see that. I actually saw it a couple of times. Thank you very much.
A couple of times. I've seen it 30 damn times.
20,000 times.
You've seen it a couple of times.
Y'all not happy I seen it once?
No. No. Like, that's the craziest part. No.
Ziggs told me not to mention Wu-Tang in Staten Island. I won't.
No. You don't do that. And I think we all know that. You got to be careful on how you got to move cautiously.
I don't know. After this story, man, I might just hit the mute button, dog. Just go get the haircut and get the hell up out of there.
Yeah,
Put your beats on. Just listen to music.
Talk to the people. You know what I mean? Try to engage the conversation a little bit.
Shake hands 2 seconds.
And by the way, so there was this slander on Twitter. So obviously with Aretha Franklin dying, they're going to have their tributes, especially at the Grammys and other award shows and ceremonies. And so Tevin Campbell's name came up because I guess apparently they're thinking about putting him on one of those platforms and I guess him covering one of her songs. And I guess somebody decided to slander Tevin Campbell and saying he is in no way able to support or sing Aretha Franklin's song.
Yes, he definitely
Let's not forget, Tevin Campbell, I mean, he's had hits, but his voice is unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But has anyone heard him recently, though? Can we still vouch for that voice?
I haven't heard him recently. So
in his prime, yes. I'm just saying.
In his prime.
I'm not disagreeing with the notion that he can. Whoa, voice.
Oh.
I mean,
at a moment.
What's happening here?
I mean, can we talk?
But no. But like now.
A minute.
I know we can't sing for one. But, my whole thing is this: can he sing now?
I don't.
Yes, it does.
Have you heard his voice recently?
That's what I'm saying. No one can.
All right, you know what?
Somebody pull up Kevin
like
Campbell
Casey
2018.
All right,
Casey and JoJo moment. Oh God.
All right, I'm gonna pull it.
The way he looks is
fell
one
on
thing.
on that stage. Do you remember that?
Who, Casey?
What?
Yeah.
Oh no, that was that was hilarious.
Yeah. Let's forget.
The only person that's not laughing is Bino.
Hold on. Antoine got a point. He said, "Let's forget." He looks like he uses all the crack, and that's a fact. Tevin Campbell does. Oh no,
man.
Tevin Campbell.
Say all the crack.
Shit, because Tevin looking like Eddie Kane from the Heartbeats right about now. That's all I'm saying. He ain't lying. Y'all seen Tevin lately?
I'm about to look
that.
at
I've seen.
All right,
now.
so I found this clip. This is
oh Jesus.
Let me break it down. This is Tevin Campbell. All right, at a Capitol Jazz Fest.
I really hate
in
y'all
2018.
Pretty bad.
Capitol Jazz Fest 2018. This is Can We Talk Live? All right.
Okay.
Let's hear. I'm not gonna play video. I'm just gonna play the sound.
Okay, you ready?
Not bad.
He sound the same.
Oh, he sounds good.
Yeah. He just doesn't look good.
The look part.
No, he looks. I mean, in this video, he looks healthy.
Really?
You can clean.
You sure this is a recent video?
Yeah.
Damn, Erica says he was on drugs and prostituting at one time.
Yeah.
Prostituting.
Oh,
you said.
yeah, there was a big.
Yo,
what kind of prostitution?
Bino, chill.
I'm asking questions. I'm an accredited
My
journalist.
body shiver like no.
What kind of prostitution? I demand to know.
Why?
Crystal Stout, I know your ass know.
Why?
Why you weren't watching Why and you were keeping up with Tevin Campbell? What happened?
My confidence.
Oh no, he sounds good.
Next time you come
Yeah, he does.
my way.
He does actually.
What kind of prostitution? Answer me. What kind of prostitution? Voice? I want to know what kind of prostitution.
I can't answer to that.
Preach.
We're not Fox News. Remember that.
What kind of prostitution?
I think he sounds good to me.
I'm listen to that on the way
Preacher's
home.
not answering your question either.
He sounds good.
Yo, so
Nobody's answering your question.
y'all just hit the ignore button.
Yes.
People want to know what kind of prostitution.
Number 6.
Charles says he was out there. Thank you, Erica, with men. Thank you.
No, come on, man. Come on.
I just wanted to know.
Erica,
Come on.
for real, Erica, you can't
take
just
the bait.
not let him
Let it
have
go.
that.
Erica hit the caps button on
Let
the
it
men.
go.
All right, here's another video. This is 2012. This is Tevin Campbell singing Can We Talk?
Remember this 2012 though.
No, he sounded good in the Jazz Fest.
No, he did. Something Mike wasn't. You know,
Nah, he sounds. No, listen.
He sounds good.
Tevin Campbell, you can represent Aretha Franklin. Yo, you got it.
Yeah, he got it.
He got it.
J Lex says I'm not here for the Tevin Campbell slander. What's slander?
Yo.
I want to know what happened. That's all.
No, that's it. No, there were some people, and listen, Black Twitter came to Tevin Campbell's defense so fast he was #1 trending.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Nah,
That was crazy.
He's still right now. I'm looking at
Like they don't give a
That
damn
is the
about.
ultimate wedding song, like the couples come to the dance floor song, and you want to look at your person in the eye. You know, that's a good song.
You know.
All
that
right. So
song.
with that being said, since we didn't get to do the poll question earlier,
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. No, I don't want to hear. There's certain people I don't want to hear.
all right, that's fair. But now, who I asked the audience and you people in the room here, who should represent Miss Aretha Franklin?
Fantasia.
Tribute goes.
Oh, God.
I think
Ain't
she's
gonna get shot,
#1.
right?
She's definitely #1.
Fantasia.
I agree with
definitely
Fantasia.
#1.
No,
Fantasia,
I agree with that with the
Jennifer
original.
Hudson.
I like Jennifer Hudson. I like Kiki Wyatt.
Kiki
Wyatt.
Wyatt can
She got
blow.
a strong ass
Yes,
voice.
she can blow. Though I'm telling. Oh, you know who? Layla Hathaway.
Yeah.
Layla Hathaway.
You went some points back with that.
Layla Hathaway.
Because it was shaky for you for a bit, but
It's
you
been
got
shaky
that,
for me
y'all.
since we were 8.
Nah, but it was like Shabba Ranks ugly today for some reason. If Charles says Mr. C was Tevin's client, come on.
Oh,
Charles.
come on, Charles. Charles, man, chill out, man. Come
Oh,
on. No,
Charles.
We're not doing that.
That was some shots. That was some shots.
We're not
Charles.
doing that. We're not doing that.
That was some shots.
Charles, stop, man.
Oh.
We're not doing that.
Charles chose, man.
No, we're not doing
Yo,
that.
hey, Charles.
Yo,
Charles, you're out of line.
You're out of line for that one, man. That's out of line. Who do you not want to see on that stage?
I don't want to see
Mary
I
J.
don't
Blige.
want to see Mary J.
I don't
Blige
wanna see
over
Mary
there
J.
hopping
Blige.
around.
And Mary
I
J
love
did
Mary,
a
but-
lot of Aretha songs.
But she
she
did
did
not do
Natural
them
Woman
well.
over. She did Sweet Thing over. No, Sweet Thing was Shaka
No,
Khan.
that was Shaka Khan.
All right, but no, she did another song. She did Ain't No Way. She did Ain't No Way over. Mary J has done a few of those records, but I don't want
No.
Mary J and her crispy chicken anywhere near that.
that
I'm
little
sorry.
hands that
How
she always
about
does.
none of it. I'm sorry.
How about Mariah Carey?
No.
Why not?
Her
Mariah
voice
Carey
is not
has a
strong
voice.
enough
No.
now. I don't think her voice.
I mean,
is
her
strong
voice is
enough
weaker.
was
now.
pretty bad.
Y'all know
Couple
Mariah's
times.
my favorite.
Yes, of
That's
course.
my
She has
first
great.
favorite.
She has a
back in
great.
the day,
She has
Mariah.
top
Her voice
voices.
is very different from Aretha's to me.
Yes.
Like the
That's a
high
different style.
octaves that Mariah has is different from that soulful that
Yeah,
Aretha
yeah.
has. I don't think it would
So
translate.
you're looking for
She's
more
different
soul
style.
singers.
That's
more,
why I said Fantasia, because Fantasia has the most soul.
How about Jill Scott?
Yeah, I take
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
take her.
You know,
Absolutely.
Jill Scott.
top 5 dead
Absolutely.
alive.
Yeah, I guess Fantasia.
Funny enough, none of us said Beyonce.
I'm about to ask that same question just now. Nobody said Beyonce?
No,
She's different style.
I wouldn't. There's a lot of people with much stronger voices because you have to have a strong voice to follow behind Aretha.
Aretha wasn't
Well, she
dancing
also
around and performing.
Beyonce did do
She was
Etta
singing.
James pretty well.
She did Etta James better than Etta James, actually.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
You know
people
who-
get upset. Her version of
You know
I'd Rather
who
Go
too?
Blonde is better than Etta
You
James.
know who too? Leela James would be very good for her.
Very, very much
Very.
so.
Yeah.
Leela James would be excellent for her.
You're doing well.
the only thing about Fantasia, I think she'd make it too extra. Like she starts sweating
And
rolling on
around the stage and shit. Yes.
Somebody get this bitch. Like get up. Like relax. I would love to
J
see.
Lex says, didn't Mariah and Aretha hate one another? I don't think so. But DeAndre says Tamia, that would be good as well. Tamia has a very strong voice.
And I think it'd be great if we
Let
could
us see.
Okay,
Yes,
Roland.
Eric.
I think it'd be
Let us
great
see,
if we could
yes.
actually see Patti LaBelle do. And as petty as Aretha was, I think it'd just be great to just see
I
Patti
don't think
LaBelle
she
do
would
something.
do it.
It's going to
I
be
don't
like the
think she would do
Biggie
it.
interview after Pac died.
I know, right? I was trying to dead the whole situation.
Oh, my God.
We ain't want no parts.
Oh, I can't deal. Vivian Green. Interesting.
Yeah. Vivian Green.
Anita Baker.
I don't think she's.
Nah,
that,
Anita Baker's not that type of singer.
I was about to say, whoa.
Nah, Anita
But
Baker's
if you
more-
wanted an older head, if you wanted someone
Patti
from that
LaBelle.
generation.
Yeah, Patti
Yeah,
LaBelle.
I
And
don't do
Anita-
Patty.
And Anita
She
has
ain't
that
doing it.
deep voice. She has that. It might not be the same kind of tone, but I think that Anita would be good.
But if
I
you,
want
all
a
right, so
type
if you're
of
going to go
voice.
the
You
Anita
know
back,
who
then
too?
do Tony Braxton.
I want a type of
Tony,
voice.
yes.
Then do
I
Tony.
want a type of voice that raises your cholesterol.
Who's
Like
the
some
gospel
shit where it's
singer that I
like
love?
Tony Braxton.
Who's the guy? What?
The gospel singer
Monica
that I
was
love.
good.
She would be really good too.
What's her name? Rising Through the Storm. Open Up My Mouth. Yolanda Adams.
Yolanda Adams
Okay.
would be
Yolanda
dope
Adams.
too. Yes.
Lana Adams.
You need some. You need somebody with like the pipes to be strong for Aretha.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. Good looking, great.
It got to be like
Lana,
soulful.
definitely.
Tamala Mann, since she started in the church. I mean, yeah, you know.
I need anybody that starts in the church.
Yo, any dudes?
Kelly Rowland?
No.
No dudes?
Tevin Campbell.
Well, technically, no. No. I'm sorry.
I really, really, like, I can't.
Guys, please. Any other dudes?
Who has that soulful, powerful voice?
Anthony Hamilton.
Ooh, that's
a good one. That's a really good one.
You don't
Anthony
get more
Hamilton.
soulful and Negro than
Anthony Hamilton would kill it.
Anthony Hamilton, Babyface.
I don't think John Legend.
I give it to John. I give it to John. I'm sorry.
I would. You know what? I would give it to him on the piano because he's.
Yeah.
I would
John
listen.
Legend was big on
Like I would let
Aretha was
Alicia
big on
do
piano,
the
too.
piano.
Yeah.
She could do the piano,
Dad, we
but
didn't
she
even mention Alicia
cannot
Keys.
sing. She can't sing it. She's not
Yeah,
strong
but
enough to sing.
that's kind
But
of messed
John is a
up.
better singer
Way
and
better.
piano guy than Alicia
Yes.
Keys. So
And I'm pretty sure
John
She
got
has
that.
Aretha has a song, "I Never Loved a Man the Way I Love You." That can only be somebody like Kiki Wyatt or Fantasia,
But
or
I think
somebody
that-
who's gonna kick off their shoes and be sweating their edges out singing it. Like that's what you need.
I think Stevie Wonder's going to do something as well, obviously.
You're gonna be crying.
Who's gonna tell him no?
Right, exactly.
Him and Smokey, because Smokey and her were
Gotta
best
be
friends.
Smokey. Gotta be
Oh,
Smokey.
yeah.
You have to have Smokey there.
Their
Smokey's
little
gonna kill it.
performance on Soul Train is like one of
Was
the
amazing.
greatest
I
things
saw it.
in life to me.
Yeah, I saw it 2 days ago.
I
It was
love
amazing.
it, love it, love it. I mean, I've watched it for years, but now I see
Yeah.
it more because of the deaf. I mean, it's just
They should have been a
powerful.
duo.
She said that at the beginning of it. She said, we should have been a duo.
Yeah.
And he smiled. I mean, but you're not allowed to die from Motown without Smokey Robinson having a hand in it anyway. So
Right,
it is
exactly.
what it is.
Yeah. He had a hand in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he
so.
has to.
Yeah, no, he was amazing. But yeah, any men you
What
don't
does-
want to hear.
Come on, Ziggs. We have male cheerleaders in the NFL, so no Tevin Campbell. What does what happen?
What does that have to-
You
come
stop that right now.
He's a legend.
You said who I don't want to see up there?
As far as the male aspect.
I don't want to see.
I don't want to see Casey and JoJo.
I don't want to see.
Hell no.
You
Neither one of them drunk Negroes.
You know who
and
wouldn't-
shit,
who
I don't want
wouldn't
to see
be
Bobby
bad?
Brown either.
You know who wouldn't be bad? Who I haven't seen in a long time, so we have to check his vocal skills. Case would be.
on, man.
No, Case
He
was
wouldn't
in-
be bad. No, he wouldn't.
Case?
Case would not be
Out
bad.
of all the people to bring
Yeah,
up.
Case
That
wouldn't be
two-hit
bad.
wonder from the 90s.
Let's bring Jaheim back too while we're
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah, go.
Jeez.
Jaheim wouldn't be that bad.
Case gonna get up there and sing "Touch Me, Tease Me." Get out of here with that. Case.
Touch
Case.
me, tease me. That was
Don't get me wrong, it was dope,
Something
but
for a block
Nah,
party,
I like him better for "I'm Missing You."
I'm Missing You.
That
That
was crazy.
I
So
listened to
definitely
that the other
wasn't
night going home.
What? He's hitting him with the metaphors.
Yeah.
Like flowers without water, or whatever the hell he was talking about. He was hitting him with the
Standing here
metaphors.
looking at my window. That
Yeah.
window.
Go
Yes,
press
yes,
the
window.
show, yo. Leave it to Case.
let's actually watch
Okay?
this.
Your case is closed. Okay?
Watch I think this is the video
Please.
where Casey fell or passed out.
He passed out. He did not fall.
And then his brother just walked over him.
His brother used to him fainting. That's like if Carl faint during the middle of this show. We just sit there and go on with the show. He'll get up eventually.
Yo, what is Smalls doing on stage?
Don't play yourself.
He just walked.
They make it a part of the show.
Yo, he just walked right
Do not
past him.
play yourself.
He didn't even try to save him.
Made it part of the show.
Oh,
People are screaming. He's out.
Yo, they're screaming help. 911!
If you can hear me stand up and he is laying on Yo.
All my life is playing.
Look,
It's still
look.
playing.
Look.
Yo, but his vocals are still playing. That's what makes this even
Look,
funnier.
he's singing again.
Yo, how skinny? What's skinny?
I can't, yo.
That's terrible.
Yo.
He said I'm not
I
done.
can't. Yo, he's got the Weekend at Bernie's arms. Look at him.
That's terrible.
They
That's
are.
embarrassing.
That was amazing. Yo, bring Casey and JoJo to Aretha
No
Franklin
way.
tribute. Yes.
Absolutely not.
Yes,
No.
absolutely. Yo, first
You
of
know
all,
why? Because they gonna mess up the church funds. Like, no, we're not doing that. Because they might. That's embarrassing.
You know what? I've been warning people all week about what not to do at Aretha's funeral. I got another
one of
one
them.
that I have to make. Jaheim. You remember what Jaheim tried to pull at Whitney's funeral? When he came to her funeral uninvited with the purple musket suit.
Yeah.
Jaheim, please.
that was terrible.
Jaheim, please.
that was
That shit was bad business.
Listen,
But
listen.
to be fair, if he were invited to perform, He's soulful enough to pull something.
I just said that. I told you he would not be bad at all.
Yo, that suit.
I just want him to be invited first.
I said
and he
him
can't
at
do
the
that
Case,
suit.
but you shut me down.
No, I just heard Case, and I was too upset about Case.
How about the tight curls he be having with the perm?
Jaheim? Yeah, but that hairline going back, yo, he need to holler at Safari, and I'm gonna see what's going on. But
we're not. We'll talk about it at a later date. Don't talk. Jaheim got a voice on him.
No, Jaheim got a of course.
On Jaheim, but again, he just embarrassed the whole state of Jersey when he popped up at Whitney's funeral
with that
and got access denied. Yo, he's outside the funeral, but I'm Jaheim, baby. He's trying to sing. Sir, your name's not on the list. You can't come in.
We don't give a
damn. Do y'all remember how bad Alicia slaughtered? Yeah.
Yes.
That's not funny. That's not funny.
That shit was ridiculously embarrassing. You ever look at some shit, you be embarrassed for the person? You're like, oh, god damn.
Yeah.
You know who could sing too at Aretha for the old head? Sissy Houston. She could do something.
She has her own. Let me stop.
I mean, stop.
She has her own spot.
Stop.
Anyone? All right, Johnny Gill. Anyone a New Edition guys?
Johnny Gill.
Johnny's the only strong singer out the group for real.
No, yeah. I mean, let's admit. Also, we're kind of surprised everybody in New Edition is still alive. Let's be quite honest.
There's one particular person who I thought would have been dead long ago, but I'm gonna just leave that alone.
Like this.
All I'm gonna say is, y'all enjoy the Bobby Brown movie coming up in a few weeks, only on BET.
Exactly. I think we're a little bit surprised that everybody is still alive.
Thank you, Erica. He was all wrong for that suit to begin with. That Jaheim suit was crazy.
Yeah, he was bugging out.
I know you couldn't tell him shit when he was dressing. He's all looking in the mirror.
Just in case.
I know, right?
No.
With his Teddy Pendergrass sounding ass. But yeah, so.
And by the way, did you guys see this whole thing between Nicki Minaj and Safari?
Oh, greatness.
I mean, the point, listen. So Nicki Minaj, she has a new album out. She's promoting an album. And then words get exchanged through Twitter. She then exposes Safari for having fake hair, which has become a real trend. Like, people are legitimately doing this.
Listen.
I didn't realize, like, people are implanting hairlines now.
Wow. Listen, let me tell you something. The best part of that whole thing was that tweet. I should have never paid for that goddamn hairline. that tweet
shit,
right there
that shit was classic.
Took me all the way out.
That shit was classic.
GYATAA something damn.
But like, of all the things you would think you would hear, like, I should have never, and whatever follows that.
Right.
Paid for your hairline was the lowest on the list.
That was my favorite part of the whole thing.
And then not only that, she dry snitched on Tiger.
Tiger.
Yeah, Tiger. Excuse me, Tiger. I keep calling him Tiger. Tiger as well.
And said,
and here's the
y'all got it done the same day, but God don't like ugly because his hairline stayed and yours fell out.
And here's here's evidence of the
yo.
You see that paint though? That gotta be photoshopped.
No, it's not. No. I saw someone in my barbershop with the same deal. I couldn't stop staring the other day.
Some people tap to it.
Same deal. They put you under the dryer and everything. Mm-hmm.
I
seen that shit.
Is it really that serious? Just let go.
But listen.
You know what? Not everybody got the head shape for that bullshit,
right?
though.
And I'm telling you right now,
his
some
forehead
people,
is kind of crazy.
If you can afford it and that's really your insecurity, go ahead and do you. Get your hairline done. Oof. Like, it's fine. Nobody would have really been I wasn't really checking for his hairline. Like, I just wasn't.
But you can't sweat though.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like, if you're sweating, you have the black
thing. If it's paint, you can't sweat. But if it's the hairline.
I remember Carlos Boozer tried to do that, and he looked terrible.
My God. He was sweating. Everyone was slipping and sliding across the floor.
What?
Let me get that picture of Carlos Boozer, because it looked terrible.
Yeah. He had rough years.
But she had no right doing that to him. She had to.
Nah, she definitely embarrassed the hell out of him.
Yeah,
she meant to though.
No,
and
but
she said it.
But he didn't care.
To do that. No, for what he said. First of all, he got some type of
Look at Carlos Boozer.
Yeah, shit was bad business.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I promise you, that's how homie in the barbershop shit looked out there. I couldn't stop staring, yo. Like, oh my goodness.
It's like henna on their head.
Yo, it's just like, you see that shiny shit?
Isn't it like isn't it shoe polish or whatever?
They used to use
I don't know what
they gotta be like a henna or something.
What they doing now is doing tattoos. They just tattoo.
Yeah, they tattoo with the final.
But they have to they have to touch it up.
Erica got a point. Erica got a point. She said she came for his hairline like she all natural. Goodbye, plastic fantastic.
No, that is a good. That is a good point. Now let's be. If anybody see any past pictures of Nicki Minaj, she don't look nothing like what she looks like.
Nah, I mean, come on.
I just feel like, what she's really hurt, and I guess when he came for her saying that he wrote her lyrics, it was over for her.
No, but I mean, look, he's taking it. He said, listen, he hasn't, hit it in any way, and he's gotten I believe he's gotten a new hair deal.
Yeah, he said he got $30K the next day or something crazy like that.
And I guess he's
and a book deal,
and a book deal too, right?
What's the book deal about? Like,
Life with Nikki.
Yes.
Imagine that. Look, Ray Lewis had it too.
Oh yeah, Ray came to the Hall of Fame with it the other day.
Oh my God. Is it that
So
bad?
you guys are not fans of the tattoo, huh?
Well, listen, no one's worse than John Travolta, who wears a whole lace front.
There's a lot of people.
He wears a whole lace front.
I think there's a lot of people in Hollywood that actually have that.
Your president's face ain't too natural looking neither.
Actually,
pretty much.
Frank Sinatra's wasn't real.
Chill, not old blue eyes.
Frank Sinatra's hair was not real. No, it was not.
Wow.
Who told you that?
Oh my God! It was in a.
He was cool with Sammy Davis Jr.
I know. Sammy, tell me all the dirt.
Well, first of all, Frank's hair, yes. No, but wow.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Nah, son, I just gotta age gracefully with that. B, I can't do it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Nah, if I was, I'd
I'll mess
probably
around
tattoo
and
it though.
Samuel L.
If I was
Jackson the
losing
rest of
hair,
my
tattoo it.
life. B, I walk around with
You're
the
not
damn
gonna
hat.
lose anything.
I'm not
You're
losing hair,
good.
no.
At least with
They
LL.
got the new. They're doing the eyebrows too.
Or do the LL route, like just bald the head and just wear hats all day.
That's exactly what I would do.
Yeah.
That joint extra.
And it got ridiculous when he was doing in the house.
Belt.
Yeah, he was in the pool and coming out the shower. He still had a hat on. But whatever.
J-Lex says Jamie Foxx.
Yo, Jamie Foxx definitely got the surgery.
Really?
Easily.
Oh, really?
Are you serious?
Really?
Yeah.
Damn,
Jamie Foxx shit was like up back to here.
That man got me fooled. Are you serious? No, come on. I gotta pull
Steve
a
Harvey
picture.
was
I'm about
still
to pull a
the
picture, right?
biggest perpetrator of this whole
Oh
thing.
yeah. I mean,
No,
it was,
that's I don't know.
But then he had a
That's
flat top wig.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing if your shit is still short. When you got the nerve to have like dreads and that type of shit.
all right, so here's Jamie Foxx's hairline.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was
but
not
it looks
later.
really good.
He went to
It looks
Tiger's
real,
doctor.
Yeah, cause his ain't drop
Tigers
out.
didn't drop, yes.
But whatchamacallit got it too.
Damn.
China got it too. Cause look at her forehead. Do Black China before and after a hairline.
Black China's
Black
hairline.
China?
Black China hairline. I swear to you.
Oh damn! Look at
Go
Jamie
ahead, do
Dan.
it.
Yeah, Jamie's.
Jamie Dan looking like George Jefferson. Look at that shit.
Black
Jesus.
China.
Had his wig pushed back.
My God.
Oh.
Al must have really kicked his ass.
You spelling her name all wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's no C in
There's
it.
no
right?
K.
Oh, my bad.
And
I'm
then
sorry.
it's a Y.
Oh.
Not I.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
sorry. We were
Only 'cause
educated
I
in
don't wanna-
Malloy, folks.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we spelled properly.
We went to
Kiss
Malloy.
my ass. I'm an educated John
I'm
Adams.
not saying
folk.
you. You getting on defensive.
Look,
foot.
look at the first one. She definitely got it. I told y'all.
Oh, my God.
Crazy.
Yo, I told y'all. She
Oh.
definitely got it. Y'all thought it was a game?
Oh, that does look like a light bulb, though.
Yeah,
That
she
is a
definitely
light
got
bulb.
it.
Yeah.
Are we showing this on the thread?
Oh, I think they see it.
Yeah, they see it.
Yeah. No, she definitely got it. She got it when he got it. When Tiger got it. Remember, they were together.
Oh, my God.
What, in the couple that gets lace fronts together?
But look how look. No, that's not really a good one. You got to do one with her red hair. Both of those are weaves.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up with
How about this one?
Well, that's her real hairline right there, the left one. That's a wig on the right. But yeah.
Absolutely gross.
Got a lot on her mind.
Wow. All right, maybe this one will do it justice. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
So can I ask a question? How does that get attached? Is it glue?
It doesn't. The lace front on the right is
Yo,
glue.
Charles
Yes,
says,
that's
Jesus
it.
Christ.
Yeah, nah. I thought y'all knew that. That's not yet. They got it done at the same time.
DeAndre says Tyra Banks. Go ahead.
Yo, that's
No, but she's never. See, well, I'll give Tyra Banks credit. She's never.
She don't bullshit about it.
Nah, she don't, and she never like added hair.
dome pieces.
She just put bangs or whatever. but-
Just embrace that shit. B.
Listen, embrace this, ladies. It's fine.
That dome piece is pretty.
It's not
pretty
going.
dense, though.
what?
I have a 5-piece.
I
It's all
can't right now.
pretty
I got a
dense.
friend
Look,
right now who's
dude,
having
come
issues
on.
with his hair.
Come
He
on,
said,
though.
I got a friend who's having issues with his hair. He just sent me a text here. Said, all his hairline talk got me singing Man in the Mirror.
Yeah, this is when it was.
Tyra Banks' head is pretty dense. I'm like, I ain't going front.
Yeah, but that's what made her money. I wouldn't change it.
She's still gorgeous, and like I said, she moved her hair as opposed to.
Yo, be you though, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you look more ridiculous wearing a
Diversity
wig and all this
inclusion.
other crazy.
See, this is the way to do it. She just put the bangs on or whatever. I don't know if it's fake bangs.
That's
or whatever.
definitely fake. That ain't real. Come on.
Nah, I think Tyra Banks has kept it a lot more natural than a lot of.
Oh,
other-
easily.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Than a lot of these ladies.
But she got paid for the way she looked. They didn't want her to change it. It's different. You know what I mean? Like.
Wait, so answer my question. So how do you attach the hair? Like you glue it on?
No, if the hair is done,
this
so they
picture right
take
there.
a piece. No, they take a piece of your
lace.
hair from the middle of the dentist part,
Uh-huh.
and they plug it in.
Yeah.
They plug it.
Oh,
It's
isn't that
surgery.
It's a
painful?
of course, it's
Yeah.
a painful process. I mean, they numb you, but yeah, they take it out.
Yeah, I read
They
an
stitch it
article
back.
about it, like the whole men's hair transplant.
Yeah.
There were some dudes who were saying they were in so much pain they couldn't sleep
Yeah.
Because they take hair from like your ass and shit like that.
They take it
and
from
put it on your
everywhere.
head. Yeah.
Really?
I'm dead serious, yo. But like, I'm not even joking. Like, they take
hair from your.
Well, if you have none on your head, they need to.
Yeah, they gotta get it from somewhere. So you
and
do
then
with back hair.
They take a graft. They take a graft and they stitch it back up and they plug it to wherever you need it. But it has to be the same density hair than what would have been on your head, because what happens is you don't want hair from different parts of your body. Like your arm hair is not the same as your head hair.
That's right. You've got Puerto Rican arm hair, but
you know what?
You got pube hair on your.
Yo, exactly. Hey man, how come your hair grew back and all of a sudden
it's different in the front?
Yo,
What?
I can't deal, B.
Oh,
yo, son, I just gonna have to take my L and
How
shit and
many
cut
more
my hair,
episodes
man.
do we have?
A few now.
A few
more.
Because
Because there's no
Power's
power
off.
this week.
Yeah, so
Yeah, we'll
There's
talk
no
about
power
this
this
later.
week?
No power this week.
Oh my
So
god.
we'll be around a little longer, guys.
Yes.
Yes. We'll talk about that later. But back to you.
Oh my god.
So
they take it from your armpits.
Voice, just age gracefully, B. You know
Yeah,
what
I
mean?
definitely.
Just-
Stress free.
Yeah, don't do the Wyclef. Wyclef held on to them braids and that
that
dreads.
shit's the when you got long hair and you losing it up top.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
tough.
that's kinda tough. I ain't doing that.
You know who else needs to quit with that shit? And I love him dearly, but he needs to stop. Stevie Wonder. Yo, I'm sorry,
To be
bro.
fair, he can't see what's going on.
Oh,
He don't know
my
what's
gosh,
going on. To be fair,
on.
son.
Oh,
He don't know what's going
he
on.
can feel it though, man.
Yeah,
Come on.
exactly. Like,
But he don't know how bad it looks, though.
You can.
Like-
Listen,
And
you
people
can,
are
you can feel
probably
certain
I'm sorry.
things
Like,
and
now
you
look
get
at
a lot
this.
more
Look at
images.
this. It's time to let go.
No, I don't want to know.
Charles
Leave him
says,
alone.
"Voice, don't be Coolio."
I'm not gonna-
Exactly. Like, come on. Come on,
No,
Stevie.
there's someone I know who be wearing them dread hats, and he has dreads. He messed around and showed me a picture. I seen him without the hat. His whole sunroof was open. Dude. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Damn, bro."
And so you was making fun of him when you had that
I-
dreadlock hat on the other day?
Nah, I brought that shit when I was in Japan.
But we gotta get. You know what? But we gotta give him credit. Like, at least he didn't do the transplants.
I was making fun of him when I wore that shit.
Wow.
Oh man.
I look like Carl.
Yeah, so that crap.
He's bitter. I'm the only one with dreads on this show.
You goddamn right.
No, Stevie.
How long have you been growing those?
Oh wow, over 10 years. Jeez, probably got 14.
Nah, son, you had that shit when we was in high school? Like
No.
later
Nah.
high school?
Nah, you ain't having it in high
Like
school.
senior year. No, senior year. Like we was at St. John's.
No, I
You
had
ain't had that?
cornrows.
We was
I
growing.
had-
That
I
was
had
your,
it. I
was
had
your
it.
hair journey.
I had it.
yes?
I cut it, and then afterwards I decided to grow it.
So wait a minute.
Like
So
sophomore,
voice,
I think in high school.
voice. Let me ask you a question.
Sophomore
So,
in college,
voice,
yeah.
if you start losing some hair, would you consider doing some transplants or no?
Yes.
You would do it?
Yes.
He's vain. Yes, he would.
Yes.
You know why?
Wow.
No. Not even because he's vain. You know why he would do it? Because of those ears.
My ears are pretty damn big.
Yo,
the
that's
ears.
right.
I swear to God.
We forget about the ears because of the dreads, yo.
Nah, I don't
Nah,
know.
nah.
It doesn't look. It
It's
doesn't
like-
look. Oh
Nah.
yeah.
No, when he doesn't have hair, it looks like that.
I
Yes.
remember.
Wait, face the camera.
Yeah.
Face the camera. Face the camera.
Oh, face
no,
the
it's not that bad.
No, because I have hair, but it's
yeah.
just
When he doesn't
like
have
this.
hair,
No,
trust me.
I
It's like
remember.
this.
Yes.
Trust
And
me.
he was mad skinny with ears.
Yeah.
And my face.
Yeah,
He
I remember
fades it all
that.
the time.
He was mad skinny with ears.
He fades it all the time.
Yes.
Yo,
This
y'all are
conversation's
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
bad.
this conversation's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charles says voice got the Will Smiths. Yeah?
Yeah, that's
No,
not
I don't think.
Got
I
the
don't think it's that.
Martin.
I don't
Nah,
think
his
it's
shit
that
is
bad.
crazy,
No,
B.
yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you.
I
This is
remember
crazy.
that.
So you'll never cut them off?
Nope.
I got an old picture somewhere in my phone, but I ain't trying to hold you. You got it about your business.
No, we believe you. We remember.
Nah, I showed you.
Oh man.
But I remember.
I ain't putting it all on the
Yeah.
camera.
All right, before we get out of here, a couple other things. So Suzanne Summers, who was she was part of the Threes Companies, right? Yeah, and Step by Step. Well,
yes.
no, they don't know. TGI.
She's a huge Trump supporter.
Is she? Or whatever. Well, she says that there is no more flirting going on, or flirting is considered dead because of the Me Too movement.
I mean, you can still
She
flirt.
must be single.
Just trying to put your penis out while you flirt. I mean, I don't understand. You can still flirt. Like, I mean, really?
Hey there.
Yes.
Like
Would
my
you like a
penis
taste
out?
of this? You know what I mean? If you doing some shit
Yeah.
like that, then oh.
I do think there's something to that, just because I think men are a little bit more apprehensive nowadays because we've also seen the people who have exaggerated certain instances of sexual assault, and so I think men are kind of thinking twice about complimenting a woman on their dress or how their hair looks, or
Yes.
and that's not necessarily flirting, but anything could be taken any way these days.
Oh.
Anybody touching that? No? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, just take it easy with certain things. That's all.
All right, and I'm going to pull up this video because this video is hilarious. So there was there it is. So the Atlanta Braves security guard was protecting he was protecting the set, and they were doing a broadcast. And so some guy was just, you know what they usually do behind the cameras. They try to get their quick seconds of fame. And doing his job, he chases the guy down and unfortunately takes a bad spill.
Freddie Freeman ties the ball game. Another power display by your Atlanta Braves. And of course...
All right, we did not add that, but yes.
Is there one where they show him getting back up?
Let me get the other one. Yeah, there's another one where he is getting up. That is hilarious.
Listen, he takes his job very seriously.
No, he's doing his job as he should. I mean, but listen, fam.
Yeah, come on. Like,
all right, here's let's see if they show the full one on this one.
Yo,
and the
feet come up. Look at his face.
He's like, yeah, we're good. We got it.
Yo, and the feet up is classic. Hold up.
Poor thing.
I couldn't have been one of those reporters. I'd have turned around.
He tried to hold his laugh. I know it.
You damn fool, get your ass up.
Because even if they didn't see it, there's no way they didn't hear it.
Yeah.
You had to have heard that. There's no way you didn't.
They had to maintain composure.
I mean, because they had to have seen him run past them.
But what was his goal exactly? Because there's a gate there. So what was he running to do?
I have no idea.
I mean,
was he going to tackle the guy?
You don't really know what the guy was trying to take out of his thing either.
No, the guy took out a baby jersey and was just swinging the jersey. That was pretty much it.
As far as safety, you're saying?
Yeah, safety.
Here we go.
You don't know.
Boom.
Yo, everybody in the background.
But he wasn't even near catching that man. He wasn't even near catching this man.
But like, he thought he was going to be a hero.
Oh,
look at him. Come on, brother. Turn around, man.
Oh, gosh. That is terrible.
Yo, if he'd have rolled over for real, that'd have been even greater. Musclehead says, no one's seeing my face after that fall. I would have walked backwards.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, I mean, the cameras are on. This is going to be on YouTube. This is going to be on Sunday Morning Breakfast.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
If I could have found him for the interview, this would have been great.
So how'd you feel?
So what were you thinking, bro?
A lot of dead emojis.
He's over here daydreaming about getting a key from the city, from the mayor and shit.
Oh, this is my big break.
Big break, all right.
A lot of dead emojis.
Black. All right, man. Sunday Morning Breakfast. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back. All right, Sunday Morning Breakfast.
Jesus Christ.
Like,
maybe tell the rest of us.
No 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, Sunday Morning Breakfast. I'm here still.
He said, we'll come back now.
So I guess we're going to have to extend the end of the show, essentially, what we're doing to September 22nd. How about we look at the calendar now? You know what's crazy? So I was thinking about this, like when sitcoms do their last shows. I'm thinking like I'm gonna press the button, and then we're all gonna walk out. Doom, 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 doom.
Pull the Martin Lawrence.
Now we're gonna do the Cosby Show.
Yes, hold each other's hands and bow.
No one's here. No one's
Yes.
here. What was the best last episode of a sitcom? I hated that Cosby Show one. I understand Theo got his degree.
I hated Cosby Show too.
I wasn't a big fan of that one.
No, it was great. Theo graduated. Remember the first episode? He was stupid.
Yeah. She was pregnant, but yeah.
She had the baby, didn't she?
No, she announced she was pregnant.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, because they were overseas.
Yeah, they were overseas.
But that means they were probably beefing with Cosby.
Yep.
What was A Different World? Oh, A Different World one was pretty. That was a pretty good one.
Why.
Yeah, they moved to Japan, Whitley and Dwayne.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a sad
Dwayne
one.
finally got his big break.
Yeah. Martin was a little bit bad just because that last season was just terrible, and they weren't doing the whole season. Like, we're gonna start doing a show from different rooms and shit. Like, contractually, we can't be in this.
DeAndre, I know, right?
I think I just sent somebody in this room a picture. I didn't mean to.
Oh boy,
it's not bad.
I was about to say, better not be you and small shenanigans. I
feel like,
I throw the phone across the room.
Oh my god.
DeAndre, on the last episode, you have me come in on the microphone at 11:59 and cut everything off at 11:59:30.
You just want to piece the last show, don't you?
You know what?
He wants to be here.
Come in next week, bro. Shit, I'm sick of your shit. Just come in next week, bro.
Oh my god, like
DeAndre's gonna hold it down, with his show, etc. Come in next week, bro.
No, what we need to do is JT has to. Well, I know he's already opted out, but JT has to be given a segment. Just to let it all out.
Imagine that.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I love Brother Malcolm.
I don't give a damn about your brand.
Antoine says, how about y'all explain why y'all ending this show? Antoine, please.
Damn, Antoine.
Damn.
Woo, Antoine, I felt that.
Shots fired.
Antoine, please.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
I mean.
Antoine.
Jesus Christ. Like, relax.
Wow.
Antoine,
maybe we will. Maybe we won't. I don't know.
Antoine, we have about a month left. So
I know, right? I know. Maybe we got to make it. We have to make it right, and we also have to, it has to be done a certain way. Like, we can't just say, "All right, last show, guys. This is it." I mean, we'll have. I hope we can have special guests.
Erica Neal wants to know. This is a great question. Is Trini Mon bringing Trini Pup or not?
Well, there has to be a way for Trini Pup to get here, but Trini Mon is not allowed in here.
Oh.
Trini Pup is definitely allowed in here.
How is Trini Mon not allowed in here? What happened?
Well, I mean,
Yo, it's funny because I have a ticket for SummerSlam today, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I hit him up. I'm like, yo, son, you trying to come? Yo, I ain't trying to play you like Crystal. Yeah, man, sure, blah, 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 right? But you know what I need first, right? Said I need to see Trini Pup. He trying to be resistant as if I'm going to give him the ticket without seeing Trini Pup.
No, yeah, that's not happening.
I'll tell you.
That's not happening. No, Trini Pup needs to definitely make an appearance. Absolutely.
He responded yet, or we're still waiting for that?
Nah, he said, yeah, yo. So after the show,
you're gonna go.
Because we don't got power today, so we could all go.
Yes.
And go see Trini Pup.
Is there any way we could get PD Pablo to come in?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Oh, no way.
I would have really enjoyed PD Pablo.
Really?
Absolutely not.
Is there any way we can get I'm sorry, what was her name? The girl on the woman on the subway.
Oh, Deanna.
Deanna, yes.
So you know that happened like 2 years ago this week.
Yes.
Oh, really?
She was running that back all over Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh God.
She was.
To be fair, she owes me a little bread and we have beef over it. So probably not. No.
Hanging on.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. It be mad tension, dogs.
Yeah, I know.
We money. Be some furniture
Zig
moving.
says all of us call in one by one and share our favorite moments of the show. That'd be nice.
That'd be nice. I don't think we'd be able to do a top 5 that day just because we would have a lot to do that day.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be ridiculous.
That'd be one of those shows we definitely run over time.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it is what it
we
is.
might have to go to like
We
1.
can't exactly. I was about to say we can't be strict to the 12 o'clock ending.
Yeah, we probably definitely.
We
have to
damn
go
sure ain't strict to the 10 o'clock start.
That's a damn sure. Yeah, is that one thing we could?
I could work it out for y'all. I could work for that. That day I could work it out for y'all.
How about you just sleep over the night before? just to be sure.
I do have a blanket and a pillow in my car.
Bring your pillow.
Too. How about y'all just sleep over the night before? Make sure we're here. Reasonable time here.
Leadership.
Just stay here, lay down on the floor, camp out.
I will not sleep on nobody's floor.
Camp out.
This right here, I have a blanket and a pillow.
You sleep on the table.
Here.
Sleep on the table.
Why wouldn't I?
Oh,
because there's a table.
Okay.
all through the episode. Ooh, my back, my arthritis.
It's cold in here. Mm-hmm.
I had not complained about it being cold in here once today.
This is true.
To be fair, you're wearing a sweatshirt.
We should invite all of our temporary hosts that have come through, that have been.
I know.
Our interns?
No, a few we need to keep off the list, please.
Our interns?
Yeah, right.
You guys should have your old co-hosts.
Pretty how you feel about that? Huh?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
How do you feel about that?
We had the white girl.
Yeah.
For an episode.
I think he's giving us the gift to get the hell out of here.
No, I mean, listen, anything is possible, man. Anything is possible. If we can have DeAndre here, anything is possible.
He's coming next week, huh?
So DeAndre, are you coming next week? I guess respond on the thread.
Nah, DeAndre come through.
Yeah, he could definitely.
Come through. I give him the address.
55 Meadow. Yeah.
DeAndre says, "Nah, don't do it." As far as the former co-host, I think he knows.
Man.
Yo, I heard she ran off with the plug on his show too. DeAndre, you need to come talk about that. Yo, DeAndre walked into his studio. He said she left so fast the chair was still spinning. Yo.
Well.
Oh man, yeah, man.
DeAndre, I hope I ain't put that out, wrongly here.
We should have Ralph McDaniels on, who we missed. We didn't.
Ralph was the man.
Remember,
yes.
we were supposed to have him on the show, and then whatever that one day, nothing was working in studio.
We had equipment issues. Yes.
Yeah, we couldn't get him on the show. So yeah, that was.
But ironically, a year later, we wound up doing his show anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did do video music box.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good times.
Oh, I wasn't there for that.
It was like a summer thing. We did like something for the kids.
Oh, we got to get Amir. Definitely have to get Weird Amir.
Oh God.
Weird Amir, huh?
Weird Amir. We got to get Weird Amir.
Any question? Any females are gonna be here or?
That's the thing.
Yeah,
he
Crystal.
played too damn much.
Crystal. Crystal, please be careful.
No,
Weird Amir's here.
most will be here. Probably.
All right, let's do our shout outs, man. Boy, start it off, sir.
Oh, yes. Shout outs to Hunter. Shout outs to the house. Shout out to Oceanside. Shout outs to Big Bino for putting it up for us to go to SummerSlam today. Definitely. Big ups to you. Nah, I got to clap it up.
Stop. No.
Definitely clap it up.
What time does it start?
Yeah, we're going to be there at 6, and this is going to be the first time I'll be early for something because Bino's going to damn sure make sure I make there on top.
Yeah, I was thinking going back to Queens, though, but knowing you.
Nah,
let's just stay in Brooklyn.
Stay in Brooklyn.
Please.
Stay in Brooklyn. Shout outs to Miss Carol Ross. Happy birthday to you, Miss Carol Ross.
Happy birthday.
Trini Mon, I'm going to see you in a few.
And Trini Pup.
Trini Pup. Actually, Trini Pup first. Yeah, and then Trini Man.
Yeah, without saying. That goes without saying.
Oh, she's so cute.
Isn't she something?
Oh my God.
Yeah, let's go see her. Oh my God, let's all go see her.
All right, Crystal.
I want to give a shout out to Big Daddy.
Oh God.
Love you so much. Oh, I want to give a shout out to my mom. We had a great. Shut up.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, what a transition.
We had a great.
Oh yeah, Mom, I love you too.
Wait a minute.
I'm your favorite child.
She cut off her mic. No, we hear you loud and clear. What are you talking about? I hear you loud and clear. What are you talking about? Do you hear her preach? I hear her.
I hear her perfectly fine.
Please put her mic back on. I can't take the scream. Please.
Am I? Oh, hi. Yeah, I want to shout out to my mom. We had a great time last night. That's all. Hater.
Bless her heart.
Bless her heart.
Love you too, Mom. I don't know that Dionne Warwick stuff you were talking about.
Preach, do me a favor. When the shout outs come, when she does, just play violin in the background, okay?
Okay, no problem. I got you. All right.
Next week.
All right, Bino.
Okay. Shout out to Sweet Mama as always. Shout out to the homie Juan who came with me last night to NXT. Shout out to you geeks fighting outside afterwards.
I don't get what that was about.
It was Virgin Tech Fest, B. Never seen so many textbooks thrown at each other in my life. Yo.
So many calculators.
Geekest fight I've ever seen in life, bro. Crazy. Wow. But we'll be out there today causing trouble throughout Brooklyn. Matter of fact, I want to go to this sandwich spot in Canarsie. Your homegirl, Maya B, she posted some sandwich spot. Yeah. We're all going there after the show.
We in jail.
Yeah. What is it? Where's the money in the bank suitcase?
I ain't bringing.
Oh.
I know. I ain't bringing, man.
Oh, wow.
This year I'm just bringing us, yes? We'll have a good time. Yeah, maybe I'll bring the pup.
Who recently passed away in the WWE?
Oh, Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Yes.
Yeah, he fell
of the
in his
Heart
home.
Foundation.
Yeah, he fell in his home.
He's had a rough life, had his
wow.
problems
Falling
with
is a bad thing for this family. That's wow.
Yo, come on, yo. You see what I'm talking about?
Hey, cut your own mic off. Shut your damn mouth.
Oh,
anyway, so shout out to everyone.
Falling is not the deal, man.
We'll have a blast today. If you're out in Brooklyn, come check us. We'll be there, Barclays Center area, causing wild trouble.
Yeah.
Yo, we would go there with preach, be all, guys, stop, calm down. Don't be fooled with his crap on air.
Where's Mr. Perfect?
No, he's in there trying to really like me. I don't just mention the dead wrestlers after dead wrestlers.
No respect for the dead.
Where's Jake the Snake? Is he coming in?
All right.
He's still alive.
Oh, thank God.
I think he's a pastor now.
Really?
Him and Ted DiBiase.
Well, he was always at the guy.
DiBiase is being Jake the Snake.
$1 Million Man?
$1 Million Man is a pastor, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shout out him out. All right, man. Shout out to all the viewers and the listeners. We appreciate the love. Shout out to family. Shout everybody out in studio. Yeah, we'll be back next week. Sunday morning breakfast. We out of here. Peace.